surprised if I step out for a second because I'm trying to put a pie in the oven. So
Ooh,
that's
what kind of pie?
That's a first. I've never heard that, but okay.
well, no, I mean because I got the oven preheated like that. So it's like,
What kind of pie is it, Mike?
apple.
That is what
good.
you gotta go with. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you gotta go with.
Mhm.
Party at Mike's house.
No
Oh
doubt.
yeah.
Now, do you?
Yeah.
Here's a question: do you like hot apple pie or cold apple pie?
Oh, hot, definitely.
Who likes cold apple
Hot with ice cream.
I like cold apple pie right out of the fridge, and you put ice cream on top of it, even
here's
colder.
the thing.
Cold
Cold
pie with
pumpkin-
hot ice cream.
Cold pumpkin
Well,
pie.
no,
I do
yeah, there you
like.
go.
Cold pumpkin pie I do like, but there's certain,
like-
certain pies.
Actually, I like all types of pie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pie's always good.
Like what the hell am I? What the hell am I doing?
I like how you said like he's like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. I like all types.
You know, it's good. No, I'm just kidding.
I like those frozen coconut cream pies you can get at the store. You know, those
coconut
are-
cream.
Oh yeah.
I sound like
Although I'm not
Homer
a real
Simpson.
big- Although I'm not a
pie.
big coconut fan.
All right, I have posted the 9 categories into our chat.
Okay.
As you can see, they are team up, bad villains,
JR.
potpourri. Hang on, let me reformat. Ignore that.
Okay.
Okay,
Is somebody
now they're split up
recording
by.
the score? Who's going to be doing that?
I do that every year.
Okay.
He does.
Okay.
I like to keep track myself too.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
but I
people
just
don't
was
trust
wondering-
me. That's
Okay,
fine.
sure.
But okay, so yeah, those are the categories: team up, bad villains, potpourri, name bet story, the 5 W's. Actually, look at that. That's all. Hang on. Let me go back in here and do this. I kept.
I'll probably ask you this when we're rolling to explain name that story, like an example.
Okay.
I
mean,
We
we've
got
done
to
it
name the
before.
title.
We've had it before, yeah.
Yeah,
is this the
naming
title?
It's
Yeah.
the naming the
There you
title.
go.
Gosh.
oh, name that story like the,
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not
Mhm.
like the.
I'm going to give you
Back-
5 titles. One is correct. The others are completely made up.
Got
You have
it.
to pick the
Yeah, I
name of
remember
the
that.
story.
Yeah.
So the 5 W's are going to be who, what, when, where, who, what, when, where, why.
Yep.
Each one of those questions starts with that.
Classic journalism questions.
Keep calm and Stegron. And Flash, which are questions about Flash Thompson.
Okay.
Keep
In
calm.
memoriam,
Stegron.
basically.
He's a
Flash.
hero.
How many
Not-
questions are in each, George?
There are 9 questions, or no, pardon me, 5 questions in each.
5.
There are a total of 40. There are 45 questions. Yeah, we'd be here until 3 a.m. No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So
How
1, 2,
many
3,
more
4,
and
5.
hold the Peter? 6. Okay.
5. No, yeah.
How many?
No,
There's
only
8
5 in each
categories.
category. Huh?
8 categories.
There's
1,
9 categories.
1, 2, 3.
I did say
4,
there were
5,
45
6,
questions
7,
total.
8. What am I
So
writing
with
down?
9 questions, there are, or 9 categories, there are 5 questions each.
Oh, may I have another? Okay.
May I have another? Which I changed from originally was please George, may I have another? But I decided to shorten it. May I have another? Are questions about Aunt May?
Okay, cool.
Oh.
I am ready. If you are, I thought
Mhm.
I will hand the reins over to George. I'm recording as we speak. I thought, like you just did with us, explain to the viewers what those categories mean, which I'm sure you will. So,
All right.
I am ready. Go ahead.
All right, and welcome to Spider-Jeopardy for 2020. I'm your temporary host as I take over the hosting duties while we run this game, as I have for way too long now. And with me today are our 5 contestants. We will start off with the pride of Georgia, soon to be mom, who is playing tonight with with mom brain, as she said earlier.
Yep. That's how far that gets me.
Are you? This may be a sexist question, but are you very hormonal to the point where you're going to yell at people tonight?
Honestly, no. I
Okay.
haven't had like any mood swings. I've maybe cried a little bit. I cried at what's that new movie on Netflix with Robert Pattinson and Tom Holland?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one that just came out recently.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought it would be a scary movie. I cried.
So, but yeah, you're to those of you who've been listening for a little while now. Yeah, Ashley is going to be a mom
In 2.5 weeks.
So everybody,
Wow.
mom to be Ashley.
Yeah.
And soon she will get to know JR's misery in 20, 30 years. Yeah.
And,
Nice.
and we will be
segue into the-
broadcasting that live on the day
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving for all
Wow.
Patreon subscribers.
So, George, you got the intros wrong. The one that's hormonal is JR up there.
I wasn't introducing JR yet.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'll back off.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Next up, we have Mike McNulty, a.k.a.
Yay.
Still a Nerd, out there on
Hello.
the West Coast. Mike, how are you tonight? Are you ready? Are you putting any, frankly, stupid and ill-thought restrictions on
No.
yourself this year?
No, I am not. I mean, I'm not. Even though I look like MODOK now with myself on the screen, I will not basically, try to
You look like
outsmart myself.
What are you talking about? You look like
Because
Modoc.
look at
He's
the
got an
look at the
extreme
screen.
tight shot.
It's
Oh.
a screen tight shot because I
Big
can't
face.
back away anymore.
Fun fact about Modoc, he can't play tennis. All right. Next up,
I can't either. No,
we
that's
also Dark Mark. You're in Tennessee?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I knew it was okay. I wasn't too far off.
Not too far off.
Not too far off. But yes, next we have Dark Mark. Dark
Here to
Mark,
represent all the front page review staff.
Dark Mark has actually won Spider Jeopardy before, but unfortunately is not undefeated. Only one person holds that title. 1-0, George Berryman. We lost McNulty already.
He's going to go bake a pie.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's got to take a pie break. Next, we have the one of Joplin's premier former journalists,
Aw.
star of television and television, local television, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Douglas, the owner and operator of the Spider-Man Crawl Space,
Yay,
and
thank you.
one of my really good friends.
Aw. Thank you.
Was journalist in quotes?
Shut up.
No,
Be
JR.
prepared.
We haven't even started the game and already JR's.
It's all right. The old man's going down tonight. I'm not tying him this year, damn it.
All right. And last but not least, you've already heard him a couple of times. The angriest man in Ohio, J.R. Fettinger, who's won more of these than mankind can count. The type of math required to calculate the number of wins J.R. has had at this game has not been created yet.
Common Core came close, but just didn't quite do it.
Yeah. JR, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. A little older, a little more senile as usual, but
Yay.
still hanging in.
You're the odds-on favorite. Are you ready tonight to probably beat ass?
What a question.
Anytime, I think the last time I thought I was ready to beat ass was when I went like 0 for something and McNulty ran the table and won. So
Yeah.
plus I also that one year I tied with Brad, which shattered my confidence.
Mhm.
So I've been that humiliated me. So I'm pretty humble these days.
Well, let me ask you this, JR, as a repeat champion, and repeat is understating it. How do you feel like when you don't win one of these things? Like initially, were you more disappointed, or has it gotten to a point now where you don't have enough rings or fingers for the rings anymore, and you don't even care?
Oh no! I mean, it's like I always like to win. I always like to win because I feel like it's like when I don't win, then I feel like a fraud. Aha! He's really not Spider Yoda. He's no expert. What does he know? Plus the fact is, as we keep getting more and more issues of things, it's like more and more things to learn and subsequently forget. So. In fact, I thought one of these days, if Nolte didn't show up, I was going to drag Spencer down to come to be the fifth contestant. So
Come here, boy. Let's go do trivia in the basement.
And also, because you mentioned that one year where Spectacular Mike just sort of took it to the hole and dominated.
Oh yeah. Right,
now that we're years away from that, I can let you all know that he actually bribed me for the questions ahead of time. And if any of you would like the same, I will give you my Cash App account information later on. All right.
Well, Dag, he's right. It's right there in the private chat. That's not cool.
All right. sometimes every year, we give a rundown of previous people who've won and like every other thing. This year I've decided we're not going to do that because it takes up like 10 to 15 minutes and it's actually boring as hell. So instead we're just going to jump right to the game. Yeah. Because you know what they don't do before Super Bowl 50? They don't go through who won the previous 49.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. So again, for those of you listening at home, please remember this is just an exhibition. This is not a competition. Please, no wagering. Although it is in fact a competition. And I'm paraphrasing now from David Letterman from before he was an angry, bitter old man. All right. So our categories this year, we've got some returning favorites. We've got some perennials in here. But we've also mixing it up this year a little bit. You know how I like to mix, old and new up a little bit. Something borrowed, something new, something blue, whatever. All right. So this year, returning categories, we have Team Up, or also known as
Suck It JR.
Suck It JR.
Bad Villains.
Suck It JR. Oh, sorry.
Potpourri. And potpourri can be anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Potpourri can be anything. New category this year. Name that story. Oh, no, that's not a new. It's a returning category. We don't do it every year. But yeah, name that story in which I will give you the setup of an issue. I will tell you what happens, the gist of the story, and then you have to tell me the correct title out of the choices that I give you.
Wow.
One of them is correct. The other one are completely made up out of whole cloth. All right, the next category, the 5 W's, a new category this year. Who, what, when, where, why? One of those, each one of those will start with that word. All right. Next up is a big time favorite for our crew. Hold the Peter, please, which is about spider related heroes that are not Peter Parker. Next up, we have May I Have Another new category this year, where it is all we do is talk about Aunt May. We have had Aunt May questions before. Aunt May has had her own category before, but it was named something else, and I don't remember what it was. Last two categories, a new category, although we've had something similar before. Keep Calm and Stegron, where these are facts, true facts about our Lord and Savior, Stegron. And the last category this year, because sometimes, we focus on some of the supporting characters, like that one year we did one for what, like Sissy Ironwood.
We had a Mary Jane.
We did one for Deb Whitman before. So this year we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit, and we're going to go with Flash Thompson in a category called Flash from the classic Queen soundtrack to the movie Flash Gordon from 1980, wow. I think 81, 82, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think it was 81.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Please remember, let's try not to talk when it's somebody else's turn. And let's definitely not murmur the answer under our breath or things like that. Let the person succeed or fail on their own. All right, yep. Trust me when I say this. We'll see a lot of fail tonight.
And if memory serves correctly, each question's 5 points. Is that right?
Each question you answer correctly is worth 5 points. Each question you get incorrectly subtracts 5 from your score.
Right.
And at the end, we will, of course, have Spider-Jeopardy, where you can bet however many points you have. There is no multiple choice. You either know it or you do not. All right. I actually think one of you may at least get this year. Very good. We're going to start with Ashley. Our order is the order we were introduced. Ashley, Mike, Dark, Mark, Brad, and then JR. If you ever hear, listeners at home, if you ever hear me refer to Brad as Jomo or hear me say Jomo, I'm referring to Brad. All right. So, Ashley, you are up. Where are we going with our first question?
All right. Let us start off the night with some nice, relaxing potpourri.
Potpourri! First question under potpourri. Sega's 1991 Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin video game was developed by which company? A. Oxford Digital. B. Rare. C. Technopop. D. Software Creations. Or E. Bits Studios.
This was 1991 Spider-Man versus Kingpin Kingpin video game.
Yes, Spider-Man versus the Kingpin, and at the end of this game, you had to save Mary Jane as she's being lowered into a vat of acid.
Wow.
Supposedly, there were different alternate endings for that game, like if you failed where Mary Jane gets lowered in, or depending on what happens, Mary Jane and Peter get lowered in, but I wouldn't know because I never failed. All right. So, Ashley, do you need those answers
Let's
repeated?
get them one more time.
Very good. A, Oxford Digital. B, Rare. C, Technopop. D, Software Creations. Or E, Bits Studios.
I'm gonna go with D, Software Creations, because that
Software
just sounds
Creations.
like a video game company from the 90s.
Software Creations is unfortunately incorrect. The correct answer is
Is it Rare?
Technopop.
Oh, Rare
In-
did Donkey Kong.
In
Where
fact,
did Banjo and Kazooie?
In fact, all of these companies that I listed actually did a Spider game of one type or another.
Who did
Oh.
Rare? I wonder who did Rare. then.
Rare did, I think, like the Game Boy versions of Spider-Man stuff.
Oh yeah, they
If I
did Donkey Kong Country, I think.
So we start off with Ashley at -5, and next, you're excited about that?
I love being negative.
That's good. All right, next we're gonna go to Mike, Spectacular Mike McNulty, aka Cylinder. Mike, what would you like?
Well, considering how this week has been going, let's go with Keep Calm Stegron.
Keep calm and
Men
Stegron.
Yep.
Very good. All right, Mike. First question under Keep Calm and Stegron. Which fictional Marvel company does Stegron have a major beef with? A, Oscorp. B, the Maria Stark Foundation. C, Roxxon. D, Fujikawa Industries. Or E, the Rand Corporation.
My gut is telling me Roxxon, actually.
Roxxon, is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Roxxon is correct for 5 points. Roxxon Oil, who Stegron considers a blight on the world. All right,
Because
very
killing
good.
he's killing his former dinosaur brethren. Because
For
it's not
oil.
gonna-
Are they using
oil.
fossil fuels?
Yep.
Yeah.
they are, in fact, using fossil fuels.
There you go.
But actually, in Stegron's defense, Roxxon is a pretty rotten company.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right.
True.
So if he used his meat gun on a gas station, could he like read? No?
Animate the gas station.
No, Dark Mark, and thank you for showing your ignorance of Spider-Man history. For that to work, he actually has to have a skeleton first that he can animate before hitting it with the meat gun. Please try to actually read some Spider-Man comics.
Is that going to be one of the questions?
You don't know. Maybe you'll find out. All right. So, speaking of Dark Mark's ignorance, Dark Mark, you are next, sir. What category would you like?
Bad villains.
Bad villains. All right. This will be the first question in Bad Villains tonight. Again, a very. Hang on here. Why is it not? I got to highlight. Here we go. Okay. Oh wait, no. Hang on. Made a huge mistake. There we go. All right. I'm highlighting the ones that we've already answered. So, but I made a highlighting snafu here in my my document. All right, Bad Villains. First question, Dark Mark. In Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 20, Spider-Man got to beat down 2 bad villains. Arno Stark, the Iron Man of 2020, who I do consider a villain, and who? Do you understand the question?
I understand the question.
All right. Our choices are A, Blizzard, C, Constrictor, or did I say C, Constrictor? Or B, Constrictor? B, Constrictor, pardon me. C, Blacklash, D, the Unicorn, or E, Spy Master? Do you need those repeated?
I'm gonna go with Backlash.
Blacklash, is that your final answer?
That is.
Unfortunately, Blacklash is incorrect. The correct answer is, of course, Blizzard. Choice A. All right. All right. Next we come to Jomo. Jomo, where are we going?
Let's see. Let's do Keep Calm on Stegron. I'm going back to Stegron.
Keep Calm and Stegron. Second question in this popular People's Choice category. What is Stegron's strength range? Meaning approximately how much can Stegron press, Brad?
Oh, God. I got to do a numbers.
A, 10 to 15 tons. B, 20 to 25 tons. C, 1 to 10 tons. D, 30 to 35 tons. Or E, 40 to 50 tons.
Oh, my God.
Do you need those repeated?
This is straight out of the Marvel and universe number. So if memory serves, Spider-Man can lift about 20 tons. If from reading that as a kid,
Spider-Man's baseline is 10 tons.
Oh, it's 10 tons. Okay. So one more time, read me the numbers, and I think he's just a little bit above Spider-Man. But we're not talking tail.
A, 10 to 15 tons.
Okay.
B, 20 to 25 tons. C, 1 to 10 tons. D, 30 to 35 tons. Or E, 40 to 50 tons.
I think it's B. That was the one that had the 20 in it, didn't it?
B was 20 to 25 tons.
That's my guess. B.
That's
a total
final
guess.
answer.
That's
final
final
answer.
Total guess.
B is correct.
Whoa!
Stegron's approximate strength range it's easy to think like maybe it's 40 to 50 or even higher.
Yeah.
Because it's Stegron.
Well, like we're not doing the tail.
But no, it is 20 to 25 tons, Brad. You are awarded 5 points. Very good.
I only did that because I knew Spider-Man's was in that range. I would think he's just a smidge stronger.
You mean you actually answered with strategy?
I did a little bit.
It's what JR does. It's what makes him a champion.
Well, let's find out.
Very good. And speaking of JR, you're up. Where are we going?
No pressure there.
Yeah.
No pressure there. All right. Well, let's try May I Have Another.
May I Have Another? Again, questions about Aunt May. Aunt May has 2 living sisters, JR. What are their names?
Oof.
A, Eunice and Abby. B, Constance and Jane. C, Delilah and Joan. D, April and Jan. Or E, Nancy and Annie. Do you need that repeated?
Yes, please.
A, Eunice and Abby. B, Constance and Jane. C, Delilah and Joan. Delilah and Joan. D, April and Jan. Or E, Nancy and Annie.
I'm going to go with April and Jan.
April and Jan. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Good, because it's correct. April and Jan.
Wow.
You really went with the months.
Was that a guess,
It's
JR?
the month, yeah, it's the month. Yeah.
It was a guess.
As
I didn't know
as described by Aunt May, April was kind of the black sheep of the family, and they kind of lost contact with her. Jan actually appeared, I believe, at her wedding to
Jay Jameson.
Jonah's dad. And Annie on choice E was actually the name of one of her sisters, but she passed away and is buried in the same cemetery as Uncle Ben.
Oh,
all right, very good. So at the end of our first round, we have a 3-way tie with 5 points between Mike, Jomo, and JR, and tied for last place are Ashley and Dark Mark at -5. We start the second round. Ashley, you're up. Where are we going?
Let's keep using up that potpourri.
Potpourri. Second question under potpourri. Stan Lee had the first Spider-Man pinball machine that rolled off the production line in 1980. Which company produced this first Spider-Man pinball machine? A, Bally. B, Gottlieb. C, Williams Manufacturing. D, Midway. Or E, Capcom. Do you need those repeated? Do you need them repeated?
I want to go with Capcom.
Capcom. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Capcom is incorrect. While Capcom did at one time participate in the pinball game,
Is it? I'm
the
sorry.
correct answer is B. Gottlieb.
Oh, I thought it was going to be
Oh.
Bailey. I was
I
going to
thought it
go.
was going to be Bally too. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. And he got the first one that rolled off of the line, and it was auctioned off actually in Dallas.
Oh, really?
I think like back in 2012, I think. Mm-hmm. Yep. And he said that there were a lot of people, including himself, that used to get like other celebrities and like other like comics people that used to come to his house and play that thing and be vexed at it. He said it was very hard.
And it's the one with the John Arena Senior artwork all over it, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
There's an antique dealer in town, or one town over. It's not working, but he offered to sell it to me for $700. I don't have the space, nor do I want to spend $700 on a broken pinball machine.
That's
All right.
pretty tacky. Really. What would he sell it for if it worked?
1,700.
All right. So Ashley falls to -10. Next, we go to Spectacular Mike McNulty. Mike, what would you like?
He's not there.
He's not there. He's baking a pie.
This happens a lot when we play D&D with him too. Sometimes run off and run on like, Mike, you're up.
Mike, you're up.
And then
Paging Mike.
I like to believe in my head that he's actually a drug dealer. and so when he runs off screen, he's having to sell somebody a dime bag or something like that. You know,
He's
like
a baker.
well, baked goods are a lot like addictive drugs.
No doubt. I'm addicted to baked goods. Well, there's a quote for the night.
Yeah, apparently these are. Is this a link to one of those pinball machines on eBay?
It's very affordable.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the Spider-Man 3 one. See the Sandman's over there?
But it looks like the ASM one figure on it.
The pinball machine that Gottlieb made, that Stanley had the first one of, is actually a very highly sought after collectible.
Would it go for $6,000?
It'd go for more than $6,000. There were
There
only
you go. I got a picture of it.
I think there were only like 7,600 made or something like that.
There you go. You can get it for $4,000.
That's all? $4,000?
$400 shipping. Looks like on eBay.
I would think they'd be more than that. But then I'm not a pinball collector, so I don't know.
I'm not either.
All right, we're going to skip Mike and come back to Mike.
Okay.
All right, Dark Mark, where would you like to go?
I'll take Suck It JR.
Suck It JR. All right, one of my favorite categories.
Me too.
First question under Marvel Team Up, which usually JR starts to plumb through. While he hates Marvel Team Up, he actually does pretty good on Marvel Team Up. First question under Marvel Team Up. Marvel Team Up Volume 3, number 14, has Spidey teaming up with an Image character named Invincible. What Spidey villain were Spidey and Invincible going up against? Do you understand the question?
I understand the question.
All right. A, Hobgoblin. B, Stegron. C, Dr. Octopus. E, Scorpion. Or E, Carnage. Do you need the choices?
No, I don't need them again. I can see. I know in one of the Invincible comics, it shows him looking into the 616 universe, and I can see Dr. Octopus arms coming out. So I wonder if that's a reference to it. I'm going to go ahead and say Dr. Octopus.
Dr. Octopus, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Dr. Octopus is correct for 5 points.
Ooh.
Very good, Dark Mark. And because we had to skip him, I accidentally put those points underneath Mike. Let me correct that. All right, and now that he's back, welcome back, Mike. Where would you like to go? Because we did skip you and go to Dark Mark.
I was going to go back to Keep Calm and Stegron.
Keep Calm and Stegron. This will be the third question. This is popular little category tonight. While in the Savage Land working for S.H.I.E.L.D., Vincent Stegron was working with dinosaur DNA provided by who? A, Shauna the She-Devil. B, Devil Dinosaur. C, Kazar. D, Sauron. or E, Dr. Kirk Connors?
I'm going to go with Sauron.
Sauron, is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Sauron, unfortunately, is incorrect. The correct answer is, of course, Kazar from Stegron's first appearance in Marvel Team Up.
Okay.
And with that, spectacular Mike McNulty falls
to 0.
Falls down to 0. He does. All right. Next up, we're back to the pride of Joplin, Missouri, Brad Douglas.
Let's go. Keep going, Stegron.
Stegron, very good. Fourth question under Stegron.
Yeah.
What is the actual name of the meat gun Stegron used on animated dinosaur skeletons to give them dinosaur tissue? A, the atomic regenerator. B, the tissue moleculizer. C, the matter regeneron. D, the dino beam. Or E, the retro generation ray.
Okay. One more time.
A, the atomic regenerator.
Could be that.
B, the tissue moleculizer.
Nah.
C, the matter regeneron.
That sounds pretty good.
D, the dino beam.
No.
Or E, the retro generation ray.
No. I don't think it's that one.
All right.
It's A or C, I think. What's C again?
C is the matter regeneron.
That sounds so good.
Are you talking about one of Mike's pies?
No, well, that does sound good too. Matter regeneron. What's A again?
A is the atomic regenerator.
Oh, God. Go with your gut. C.
C, matter regeneron. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it is. It's what I'm going with.
Fortunately, it's incorrect. The correct answer was, of course, as every Spider-Man fan knows, E, the retro regeneration ray.
God.
The others were completely made up.
Well, I couldn't tell. They all sounded legit.
All right. And as Jomo falls back to 0, next we go back to JR.
JR, did you know that one, by the way?
That would have been my guess because it sounded science fiction-y.
Yeah.
You know, like Ray Gun or something like that. So,
yeah.
But not for certainty. But.
Yeah.
All right. JR, where we're going?
Well, let's try Flash
Flash First question under Flash Which villain killed the husband of Flash's little sister, Jessie? A, Molten Man. B, Jack-o'-lantern. C, Vulture. D, Trapster. Or E, Vermin.
Oh, run those by me again. And name I thought didn't appear on it.
A, Molten Man. B, Jack-o'-lantern. C, Vulture. D, Trapster. Or E, Vermin.
Oh boy, damn. I'm gonna go with Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lantern, is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Jack-o'-lantern is correct.
Oh, damn it!
Wow.
Son of a...
Very good. And
I wanted it to be Vermin so damn bad, so you would have lost in the Vermin question.
I don't know which Jack-o'-lantern it was, because I'm assuming Mackendale is still dead, but it was fairly recently. It was in Venom Volume 2, I think. It was like number 17, I want to say. Somewhere around there. Or, I'm sorry, no, 2017. Pardon me. That's what I meant to say. All right, so after 2 rounds now, we have a first place tie with Dark Mark and JR in a deadly game of cat and mouse. A not so deadly game of cat and mouse between Mike and Jomo at 0 points. And Ashley brings us up the rear with pride at -10.
Hey.
Speaking of Ashley, we start.
Does Dark Mark have 10?
No, I have 0.
Yeah,
I have 0.
Yeah, it's 3 zeros, a -10, and a +10.
Why did I mark down 10 for you?
He'll take it though.
Because I answered it so spectacularly, I guess.
Yeah, triple points on that one.
Well, it's good you guys are
It
keeping track.
was a daily double, right?
All right, very good. I don't know why I wrote down 10. Oh, it's that 50 that Doc Mark.
It's a $50
on
bill.
my Cash App. All right, so yeah,
Here, real quick, George. There's some interference. Are you guys hearing it?
yeah, I'm hearing it. It's not anything that's
Let me,
happening.
let me start muting the mic. See who it is. 1 second.
It sounds like somebody's chair scraping or like
Yeah.
a fan or something.
It's not Mark. It's not JR. It's not George. It's not Ashley.
Sounds like a mechanical pig.
It's Mike.
Oh, it's
Mike. Okay.
Okay. There we go.
all right.
It sounds like somebody writing or something.
Yeah,
somebody
it feels like a
vigorously-
scratching of a. Yeah,
Sounds like somebody scraping on metal or something.
I would
Oh, it's
agree.
probably because of the way I'm sitting in the chair. Hold on.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's probably your chair squeaking. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
all right. He's trying to use it's a psyop. He's trying to put you all make you all ill at ease. All right. So our revised total, JR is in sole possession of first place at 10 points. Mike, Dark Mark, and Jomo are tied at 0, and Ashley is at -10. And Ashley, you're up. Nowhere to go up. Except if you enter incorrectly, then of course you go
Move
down.
it on up.
You know.
I'm gonna get in on some of this Stegron action before it's all gone.
Everybody wants a piece of the sweet Stegron action.
They want some of that. They want some tail.
Fourth question under Keep Calm and Stegron. What is the actual name? Oh, no, wait, hang on. Pardon me. We already asked that. I forgot to
You can
highlight
ask
it.
it again.
This is the last question.
I promise I forgot.
R.I.P. Stegron. He's gonna be extinct again.
This is the last question of Keep Calm and Stegron.
I thought you had 5 questions for each one. Is this?
I do. This is the 5th one.
Oh, it says
Wow.
the 5th one. Oh.
This is the 5th one. This is the last one. Number 5. What did Stegron use to activate the latent reptilian instincts in certain New Yorkers' brains? What did Stegron use to activate the latent reptilian instincts in certain New Yorkers' brains? A, the Rock of Life. B, the Tablet of Life. C, the Book of the Vishanti. D, the Neuron Stimulator. Or E, the Ultimate Nullifier.
I'm gonna go with the Rock of Life.
The Rock of Life, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Rock of Life is correct.
Woo!
5
Good
points as
job.
Ashley climbs back up to -5.
That
The
was
others,
That was the one story by,
Stray.
that was Roberto Aguirre Sacasa's first story,
Yep.
wasn't it?
was, and I love that story, except for Spider-Man is in that asinine Civil War costume. All right.
I think I remember
Oh, the Stark suit. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stark suit, which I
Yeah.
hate with the passion of a thousand
the
suns.
Iron Spider.
All right, so next we go to Spectacular. Is Mike there? Is he?
He's not there. He's not there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's not
No,
there.
he's not there.
He's
Okay,
gone.
okay, because I can't see the camera when I'm asking the questions.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Stegron's gone though, isn't he? That's
Well,
it.
yeah, Stegron's gone. Stegron is done.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to Dark Mark then.
Suck it, JR.
Suck it,
Yeah,
JR.
But what
All right.
category? No, I'm just kidding.
Notice Dark Mark's strategy here of trying to eliminate JR's what is typically JR's power category. All right. Second question, Dark Mark. Under Team Up. In Marvel Team Up number 31, Spider-Man recalls his first meeting with Iron Fist. What villain did the two team up to take down? A, Wood God. B, Equinox, the thermodynamic man. C, Steel Serpent. D, Silvermane. Or E, Drom, the backwards man.
Equinox.
Equinox, the thermodynamic man. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, not the correct answer. The correct answer was, of course, E, Drom, the backwards man.
I've never even heard of that dude.
He was only in the one issue. He died at the end of the issue.
Yes. He went all the way there. He was from they're born old and die and go back to being a baby or whatever, and that's what happened to him at the end. I think.
Oh, it was like fighting Benjamin Buttons.
Just about, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. All right. So with that,
Mike's
Mark,
back if you want to ask him a question.
okay, good. Dark Mark falls from 0 back to -5, and we will return to Mike, who we just previously had to skip again. Mike, you're up.
Mike, your
Okay,
timing. You always.
I know, but I figure I might as well close out the category of keep calm and stay calm.
Nope. Too late.
No, you've already missed it. Ashley did that.
Oh,
I
okay.
nabbed
So,
it.
well, then I'll just take her to the category then with potpourri then.
Potpourri!
Ooh, look at the strategy going on.
Third question under potpourri. Which Broadway actor played the Green Goblin in Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark when it premiered?
Ooh.
A. Robert Cuccioli. B. Matt Kaplan. C. Matthew James Thomas. D. Justin Matthew Sargent. Or E. Patrick Page.
Might want to repeat those again. Just
A. Robert Cuccioli.
Mhm.
B. Matt Kaplan. C. Matthew James Thomas. D. Justin Matthew Sargent. Or E. Patrick Page.
For some reason, I want to go with A just because I like the sound of the cuccinoli. So I'm going to go with that.
A. Robert Cuccioli. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, but I'm probably wrong, but we'll see.
Robert Cuccioli is wrong.
Yeah.
Of all of those, two of them had actually played the Green Goblin. One of them, though, only one of them played the Green Goblin when it started. The other one was the one who was playing the Green Goblin when the production closed, and that was Robert Cuccioli.
Oh, okay.
That's
The
one
others-
I saw.
Yeah, the correct answer was E. Patrick Page.
Mm.
And
got
the others were either the people that played Spider-Man or one of the stunt doubles.
Yeah, musicals are not my thing.
Bonus question: who was first cast as the Green Goblin?
I
Ooh.
don't remember. All I
I
know is
watched
that
that video and everything on YouTube going over the whole
I know.
disaster.
Alan Cumming.
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
Nightcrawler?
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The,
Brad, you don't remember because again, that was a topic on the show or whatever. It was like
No, I don't.
You
I don't
asked me
remember
what I thought of Alan Cumming's casting because he's
Nightcrawler?
no because he was gay or whatever, and it was like,
Mhm.
well, no, I mean he cleans up. He looks like a businessman or whatever, So, but
I don't see him as much anymore. He's a really good actor, and I don't see him.
The
Yeah, I
only
haven't
time
seen him in a long time.
the only time I've ever seen him is when he's on PBS introducing Masterpiece Mystery. That's the
Oh.
only time he's
Okay.
ever shows I see him on.
But no, I like Patrick Page. He did a really good job with Freak Like Me.
Is that
Oh,
the
yeah.
actor that was on Letterman? Because that's the only
Yes,
time I've ever
yes.
seen him.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay,
one who
that
did
might
it on
be him.
Letterman.
Okay.
That's-
He sang that song pretty good.
As far as I'm concerned, the only good part of that entire fiasco
True.
He's
was,
just one of the things about it.
was that one moment. And he is married to
Page
Paige.
Davis.
No, he's married to Paige from Trading Spaces.
Yep, Paige Davis. Yep.
Paige Davis, yeah.
So
I've
her
always-
married name is Paige Page.
Her married name is Paige Page.
What happens if she gets lost in a store? What do they do?
They
They Page.
They're called, 2 pages are called a leaf.
This is my fault. I did this. This is my fault. All right. So next we go to Jomo. Jomo, you're
Yeah.
up. You currently have 0 points. Where are we going?
Anything left in that potpourri so I can take it away from Ashley?
Potpourri. 2 questions left in potpourri. After
All
this
right.
No one's gotten any of these right. So I don't know if
Is
you
this
want
the
it.
dead category? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you may get this one, Jomo.
All right. Cool.
Ralston's 1995 Spider-Man cereal had
Yeah.
4 marshmallow types.
Oh.
2 were villains. Another was the spider symbol. What was the 4th? A. Mary Jane. B. A web. C. Peter's camera.
No.
D. J. Jonah Jameson.
No.
Or E. Aunt May.
Can you imagine Aunt May in your cereal?
I'm assuming
Did you-
Jonah's dad can.
oh God. I think you said web, didn't you?
That was choice B. A web.
It's a web.
Is that your final answer?
Final. I actually think I know this one.
All right. A web, unfortunately, is incorrect. The correct answer is, of course, C. Peter's camera.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
Nope.
Really?
The little cereal pieces were webs, I think, not the marshmallows.
Oh, I knew there were webs in the damn thing. Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow. The salt comes out. All right.
Oh.
And speaking of sons of bitches, JR,
I think I found it.
we're back to you. Where would you like to go?
Well, let's
You're good at this hosting thing with the segue, Mike.
I know.
I
Brad,
should have used that one years ago.
There's a reason you pay me the big bucks. And by pay me the big bucks, I mean nothing at all. But that's the reason right there.
Anyway, back to the son of a bitch. Go ahead, Tim.
Let's try May I Have Another.
May I have another?
Really? It was cameras?
Yes.
And a marshmallow?
This will be
Found it, Brad.
This will be the second question under May I Have Another. Where did Aunt May meet Nathan Lubinsky?
Tender. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
A. Restwell Nursing Home. B. Empire State University. C. The Daily Grind. D. The Post Office. Or E. Grand Central Station.
I want to say A. Restwell Nursing Home.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Good, because it's correct.
Oh.
Restwell Nursing Home was, in fact, where she met Nathan Lubinsky and started a scorching romance. And by scorching romance, I mean it's old people. They play chess and they're in bed by 8. All right, so
you made the Daily Grind sound dirty. it's like a dating.
That's on you. It's a coffee shop, Brad.
I know it is, but
and actually the Daily Grind, like metaphorically, means like going to work 8 to 5 every day and doing
Yeah.
It sounds like they could have host a pretty banging speed dating service.
Yeah, the Daily Grind coffee dating service. Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Well, after round 3, JR is running away with this at 15 points. Everyone else is tied at -5.
Jesus. All because of those damn marshmallow cameras. I was robbed.
The war of attrition. Actually,
you want to get a lawyer and file for a recount, Brad?
All right. So we're at the top now of round 4. We're back to Ashley. Ashley, where are we going?
Oh. Are there any more for potpourri?
There's one more for potpourri.
And that is 0 for 5, evidently, Ashley.
All right. Ashley's going back to potpourri. Let me highlight that last question so I don't ask it again. All right. 5th question. This will close out potpourri for this year. What musical group did the soundtrack for 1994's Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage? Or no, I'm sorry. I asked that completely wrong. What musical group did the soundtrack, pardon me, for 1994's Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage? A game that I bought and played once.
I was 3.
Wow. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
A, the Toadies. B, the Pixies. C, Rammstein. D, Nirvana. Or E, Green Jelly.
Man, let's go hard, Nirvana.
Nirvana, is that your final answer?
I don't think they could ever have anything better to do than make the soundtrack for the 1994 Maximum Carnage game.
Well, apparently they did. Because the correct answer is, of course, as all Spider-Man video game aficionados know, was Green Jelly.
Wow. Whatever happened to the Green Jelly band?
I don't know. There's still a band from what I saw.
Wow,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
One hit wonder.
So that closes potpourri. Ashley falls back to -10.
Man.
We're back to, is Mike there?
Oh, here I am. I muted him for a second because of the squeaky chair. There you are.
Yeah. I was about to sing the lyrics of Vaseline.
All right.
Wait a minute. Green Jelly did a song called Vaseline?
Ew.
Yes.
Ashley and I were in stereo with that with the ooh.
That's unfortunate. Where are we going, Mike?
Well, since Mark has been taking my place for these last 2 rounds, I would think I will return the favor and take bad villains.
Ooh, a little bit of drama here as you go over to Dark Mark's something that he's done well in before. All right, second question under bad villains. In Amazing Spider-Man number 331, Spidey and Punisher break up a cocaine operation led by who? A, Black Tarantula. B, Colonel Buczynski. C, the Magia. D, Jigsaw. Or E, Hydra.
Oh, yeah, because I think I remember this. I want to say Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. All right. Interesting. Is that your final choice?
Well, 'cause the other option is tarantula.
I'll read them
'Cause
again.
yeah.
A. Tarantula. B. Colonel Buczynski. C. The Magia. D. Jigsaw. Or E. Hydra.
I think I'm probably have to go with Jigsaw on this.
Jigsaw. That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't remember it. Jigsaw is incorrect. The correct answer was Colonel Buczynski, who was running the cocaine operation out of a military academy.
That would have been my last choice. I've never heard of that guy.
Yeah, that was
he was in one issue. That was the only issue.
Dang. Because I know it was early Punisher story.
It was an Eric Larson story.
Yeah.
And when they went to go, when Spider-Man and Punisher went to go get to the warehouse where the coke was, they were attacked by robots. Apparently, cocaine pays you well enough to buy a small robot army.
Yikes. There's a cover with like Spider-Man like holding his face down with the American flag on the ground or something like that.
Wow, I totally missed that one issue.
All right. So Mike falls to -10, tied with Ashley. We go back to Dark Mark, who's currently at -5.
Bad villains.
Bad villains. All right. Very popular for me because I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
I have to go find it in the document. Third question under bad villains, an Amazing Spider-Man number 174 and 175. Spider-Man and the Punisher teamed up to stop which bad villain? A. Big Wheel. B. White Rabbit. C. Fool Killer. D. Hitman. Or E. Stiltman.
Let's go with Hitman.
Hitman, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Hitman's correct.
Good job.
Very good. He was an old army buddy of Frank Castle's. This is also the first appearance of Bart Hamilton.
No.
And I have little anecdotal notes, and I forgot to mention on the last one, that one with Colonel Buczynski, that was the issue where Black Cat threatened Mary Jane after Spider-Man and Mary Jane had gotten married. All right.
Was she dating Flash at that time?
Yeah, that's what she told him she was dating Flash in order to hurt Spider-Man's feelings and try to get him back. I mean, she had a total meltdown on Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of that, Ashley? You love that?
Oh, I loved it. I remember. I think I still remember part of that. I remember her trying to rub in his face, I'm dating Flash.
Yeah. All right. So Dark Mark goes back up to 0. Now we go over to Brad Douglas, a.k.a. Jomo. Brad, where are we going?
Hold the Peter, please. I don't think we've had anything from there, have we?
Peter, please. We have not.
Okay.
Hold the Peter, please. First question. Fury, the Goblin Queen, is the enemy of which spider hero? A. Spider-Woman Julia Carpenter. B. Spider-Woman Maddie Franklin. C. Spider-Ham. D. Spider-Girl. Or E. Spider-Gwen.
What's the character's name? Fury the Goblin
Fury
Queen?
the Goblin Queen.
Well, it's not Spider-Ham because it doesn't have wait a minute. You love Spider-Ham. But it doesn't have like an animal name to it. Oh, crap. It doesn't sound Spider-Girlish. It could be Julia Carpenter. Oh, but I don't think it's Maddie Franklin, even though that does sound like a Byrne villain. I'm talking out loud.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. It's either Spider-Ham because you love Spider-Ham questions, but that doesn't have an animal name to it. Okay. It probably is Carpenter because it was some obscure thing in Avengers West Coast. If I had to guess.
Okay. You have to guess right now because you don't know. So.
Well, and Spider-Gwen, I've been reading that stuff, and I don't remember that Goblin Queen. Okay, Julia Carpenter.
Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman 2. Is that your final answer?
That's it. That's what I got to do.
Julia Carpenter is incorrect. Unfortunately, you said, it doesn't sound like a Spider-Girl villain. In fact, it was a Spider-Girl villain.
No! When? Where? How? What?
Volume 2 of, what was that, The Amazing Spider-Girl? Yeah.
Bitch, JR.
All right. So Brad,
Kelly wasn't here.
She was the woman that prearranged marriage between grandson Normie and her. And
Yeah, she literally grew up in the Goblin cult, trained from birth to worship Norman Osborn, not unlike JR. All right. So with that, Brad goes back to 0, and we go
No, I
to.
don't.
No,
Don't I go to
Brad's at
-10?
Oh
Yeah.
no, -10. Yeah, that's right. That's right. -10.
But I'll go to -5. It's fine.
Thanks for keeping me honest. Apparently, I'm starting to go senile now, like JR. All right. Speaking of senile, JR, where are we going?
let's try Flash again.
Flash All right. This will be the second question in Flash Flash helped Spider-Man take down the Man-Beast and his cult. Who helped them in the fight? From Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man number 15. A. Prowler. B. Iron Fist. C. Razorback. D. Daredevil. Or E. Shang-Chi.
It is Razorback with his truck, the Big Pig. Or something.
Razorback, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Good, because that's correct. They were trying to rescue or get Shashan out of this cult, and Razorback's girlfriend, Bobby Sue, had also been swept up into the cult.
Yeah.
And with that, JR...
Little sister, I think. I think it was his little sister.
Was it his little sister?
I thought so, but
That's funny.
All right, and with that, JR climbs to 20 points. I want to put this in perspective.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
JR's got 20 points.
Yeah.
Ashley, Mike, and Jomo are tied for last with 10.
-10.
And in the middle is Dark Mark with 0. If any of you have dreams of victory, you need to turn it around now.
I'm waiting for the Electoral College to beat JR.
Are you waiting? All right. So this is round 5. We're going back.
This could go south in a heartbeat. It has before.
Good.
So it's like,
Yeah, let's have you get some marshmallow cereal questions, JR.
Speaking of electoral recounts, we go to Ashley, who is in Georgia, where we've already been told there is going to be a recount. Ashley, you're up.
I will go over to Hold the Peter, please.
Hold the Peter, please. All right, this will be the second question, and Hold the Peter, please. Spider-Ham defeated Dr. Octopusy during which event?
Sorry.
Again, Spider-Ham defeated Dr. Octopusy during which event? A. The Secret Furs. B. Dark Reindeer. C. Civil War. D. Extinction Event. Or E. Secret Evasion.
Those are all cute.
Do you need the choices repeated?
No, but I just want to hear them again.
A. The Secret Furs. B. Dark Reindeer. C. Civil War. D. Extinction Event. Or E. Secret Evasion.
Let's try C, Civil War.
C. Civil War. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no. The correct answer is, of course, for all you Spider-Man or Spider-Ham fans, The Secret Furs.
Secret Furs.
Extinction Event was actually, I believe, actual Marvel.
Yeah, it was. It was X-Men in the 90s.
And then the others, Dark Reindeer, Civil War, and Secret Evasion, I made up.
I love it.
Very nice.
All right. So with that, Ashley falls to -15. And next, is Mike there?
Yes.
All right. Next we go to Mike.
Hello. Yes. All right. May I have another?
May
The
I have?
category, not just
Yes. Third question under May I have another. When Aunt May became interested in Johnny Jerome, Ben Parker warned her about him. Where were May and Ben when he warned her about Johnny Jerome? A drugstore. B, a department store. C, Coney Island. D, the Empire State Building. Or E, Times Square.
I'm going to go with Coney Island, since that just totally sounds like an old couple thing, like they were, like, not old, because they would have been like young kids, like in the 20s.
Coney Island is correct.
So,
Uncle
so
Ben
I'm
used
going
to
with
work
Coney
there
Island.
as a carnival Parker. All right, very good. And with that, spectacular Mike McNulty answering that question correctly from Peter Parker, Spider-Man Annual number 4, climbs back up to -5 points. He's on you, JR. He's coming. All right, next we go to Dark Mark.
Bad villains.
Bad villains, another combative category. All right, fourth question under bad villains. Dark Mark. In Amazing Spider-Man number 383, the jury goes after and defeats Spider-Man, accusing him of being guilty of bringing the symbiote to Earth. Who was the jury led by? A. Jack Jenkins, B. Orwell Taylor, C. Bert Hogwell, D. Alistair Wick, or E. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine?
I wrote a stinking cobwebs on this. This is Lethal Protector crap.
Do you need the choices repeated?
Read the first 4 choices again.
Are you sure? You don't want to know the last one?
George just wants to say the name.
Are
All
you
right,
sure?
go ahead and
Are you
read
sure?
all 5.
Okay. I mean, you want to make an informed choice, Dark Mark. A. Jack
You
Jenkins.
know what? Scratch it. I'm going to go with the Contessa. Why not?
Whoa. Wait.
Mark, you have to say her name, though.
All right, you're going to go with E. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, E. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine is incorrect at the time. She was still working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and it was not known that she was a double agent. The correct answer is, of course, for all you symbiote fans, of which I am not one, is Orwell Taylor, whose son had been killed by Venom.
I would not have picked him. I did not remember that name.
All right. So Dark Mark goes from 0 to -5.
My category has failed me majorly.
How many Spider-Jeopardies have we had with Vanessa DeConsuela, whatever her name is? I've heard that name several times.
I'm deducting 5 points from you for getting it wrong. I don't know. She's appeared at least like in 3 or 4 of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love her.
I do. I loves me some Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. And unfortunately, Marvel just crapped all over her. Okay.
Yep.
So we go. Speaking of crapping all over things, we go to Jomo.
May I have another, please?
May I have another, please? This will be the 4th question.
Okay.
Under May I have another. After this, there will only be one more question. After Ben Parker's murder, Aunt May has had several boyfriends and even remarried. Of the following, who has Aunt May dated?
Oh.
A. Jacob Conover, B. Nathaniel Richards, C. The Arranger, D. Willie Lumpkin, or E. Dum Dum Dugan?
She likes Little Willie.
Whoa. All right.
Is that on her dating profile?
I thought this was a family show. Apparently, we're
No, Willie Lumpkin. I remember that one.
all right.
Yeah,
is that
Willie
final
Lumpkin. Final answer. I actually know this one, I think. But I knew the cereal too, evidently, but not.
answer? Willie Lumpkin is correct.
Yeah. So far, I've had marshmallows and Willies tonight.
True story. I was so upset. I think it was 88, 89 that with Gary Conway writing a story. And I said, if you're going to write crap like I wrote him a letter. If you're going to write crap like that, you might as well write crap like Willie Lumpkin and Aunt May together. Or how about bring back Doc Ock and give them a love triangle? And like 2 years later or something like that, I pick up a comic book of Spectacular Spider-Man, and there it is. And I'm like, oh, crap.
So when did Willie date May? Was it the 90s? Is it Conway? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he dated her like 91, 92, something like that.
I kind of remember that. Yeah.
All right. And with that, Jomo climbs back up to -5, and we go to JR, who is in runaway first place right now with 20 points.
Positive
JR,
20.
where are we going?
We're going to go with Team Up.
Team Up. All right.
AKA.
Suck at JR. This
Yeah.
will be the 3rd question under Team Up. Marvel team up number 45. Spider-Man uses Doctor Doom's time machine and finds himself in 2019 as Martians are attacking a ruined Earth. He joins up with Killraven, and the two are hit with hallucinogenic gas. While hallucinating, who did Spider-Man believe he was fighting? A. Dr. Octopus, B. Dr. Doom, C. the Green Goblin, D. Silver Dagger, or E. Dormammu?
He believed he was fighting the Green Goblin. However, after he got the drop on the Goblin and unmasked him, it turned out to be Mary Jane. So, but he thought he was fighting the Green Goblin.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
That's correct. That's correct. Very good. Damn, JR starts to assert dominance in the All right, so after
luck.
after round 5, JR is in sole, close, comfortable lead of 5 points. We have 3 people tied at -5, Mike, Dark Mark, and Jomo. And Ashley is at -15, and she's back up at the start of round 6. Ashley, where would you like to take us?
All right. What category? I'll go for another Hold the Peter, please.
Hold the Peter, please. Third question under Hold the Peter, please. Which all-girl villain gang did Spider-Man 2099 defeat in Spider-Man 2099 number 21?
Ooh.
Again, which all-girl villain gang did Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, defeat in Spider-Man 2099 number 21? Well, that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, no doubt.
A, the Street Furies, B, the Harpies, C, the Mary Janes, D, the Stacys, or E, the females of the species?
Oh, shoot. I think it was that last one.
E, the females of the species.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Females of the species is completely incorrect. The correct answer was, of course, C, the Mary Janes.
Are you really? I don't remember. Wow.
They just hash that for everything because that's their band in Spider-Gwen. I'm like, come on.
Well,
Mary
this
Janes.
predated that by what?
Yeah, like
25
20 years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it's is the Mary Janes and Spider-Gwen all one word?
I don't know. No, it's there's a space.
Oh, is there? Okay, because
Yeah.
the Mary Janes and Spider-Man, it was all one word.
Oh, it's completely different.
All right. You know what, smart ass? No, I'll let you.
Next time it'll just be hyphennated, and they'll get a third iteration of it.
I let you off the hook because you're in the family way. I don't want to.
It sounds like she's on a highway. What?
She's gonna reach through here and slap me in a second. All right.
No doubt.
So Ashley falls to -20. We go to Mike McNulty, who is currently at -5. Mike, what would you like to do?
Well, because I'm a stinker, I will close out Dark Mark's category and take bad villains.
All right. There's a lot of bad blood tonight. People in other people's categories. Last question in bad villains. In Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 28, Spider-Man stops Carnage from killing someone from Carnage's past. What was this person's relationship to Carnage? A, a former girlfriend. B, a former school teacher. C, a childhood friend. D, a cop who arrested Cletus Cassidy. Or E, a former employer.
Just read those questions. Read those options again. I want to.
A, a former girlfriend. B, a former school teacher. C, a childhood friend. D, a cop who arrested Cletus Cassidy. Or E, a former employer.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a childhood friend.
Childhood friend. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Childhood friend is correct.
Good job, Mike.
His name was Billy Bentine.
Billy Bentine.
That's his name, and he was also an alcoholic.
Yeah.
All
Billy
right.
Bentine's on a bender. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Billy Bentine. And with that, Mike goes from -5 back up to 0.
My man, good job.
Watch
Thank
out,
you.
JR. Watch out, JR.
He's
All
on a
right.
Bentine bender, yeah.
Next up, we go to Dark Mark. Dark Mark. Now's the chance for
Suck
him.
it,
If you're
JR.
going to win this thing, you got to start it now. Suck it, JR. And Marvel team up number 118. Spidey and Professor Xavier team up to go against Mentalo. Who was Mentalo's partner in crime? A. Professor Power. B. The Fixer. C. The Arranger. D. The Foreigner. Or E. Arcade.
Arcade.
Arcade, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Arcade is incorrect. The correct answer was
Oh, you're
the
wrong.
Fixer.
It's Arcade. No, it's not the Fixer. It's Arcade.
I just checked with Jesus, and he says it's the Fixer. And that's
Ooh.
right. So, unfortunately, Dark Mark
Jesus
falls,
is a big Marvel team up fan.
unfortunately, Dark Mark falls to -10. Professor Power was in the issue, but he wasn't a villain at that point. This kind of began his criminal path because
I swear I thought it was Arcade.
it was Professor Xavier's. He blamed Professor Xavier for the death of his son in this issue. All right, so Dark Mark goes back to -10. Now, instead of catching up to JR, now he's trying to catch up to Ashley. And speaking of people who are still in negative points, we go back to the Pride of Jomo, Brad Douglas. You told me you wanted to win this thing.
Yeah.
Before previously.
Well, the 5 W's we have not touched, have we?
We have not touched the 5
Let me see an example of what that is. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. The 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why.
Okay.
Why did Martin Blank, aka the Gibbon, turn on Spider-Man, who he once looked up to from afar? A. He was forced into crime by Craven. B. Spider-Man laughed at the idea of being partners. C. A girl Martin liked had a crush on Spider-Man. D. Daily Bugle articles convinced him Spidey was a menace. Or E. Spider-Man mistook him for a criminal.
This is the recent Spencer thing, isn't it?
No, this goes back.
No, does it go back farther?
We're
Okay.
talking about the first appearance of the Gibbon right here. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's because I was refreshed in the Spencer issue.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Do you need the choices read back to you?
Yeah, one more time.
A. He was forced into crime by Craven. B. Spider-Man laughed at the idea of being partners. C. A girl Martin liked had a crush on Spider-Man. D. Daily Bugle articles convinced him Spider-Man was a menace. Or E. Spider-Man mistook him for a criminal.
The one that just sticks with me is the Craven thing.
Okay.
I'm going to go with that one.
A. He was forced into crime by Craven.
Yeah.
Forced into crime by Craven is unfortunately incorrect. While Craven did appear in the second part of that story, it was after the Gibbon was already mad at Spider-Man, and Craven took advantage of that. The correct answer was B. Spider-Man laughed at the idea of being partners when the Gibbon brought it up.
Oh, that sucks.
All right, with that, Jomo falls back to
-10.
We go back to JR, who's racing towards the finish line at 25.
Let's try Flash again.
Let me ask you this. When you're this far ahead and everybody's down, does it make you nervous?
Very.
Does it?
Very.
I was wondering about that, yeah.
Who could catch you at this point?
When you lose 5 points every wrong answer, it doesn't take very many.
How many would you? Oh my gosh, you'd have to get 5 wrong in a row.
But
Right.
if I got 5 wrong in a row, I have done that before, though.
Oh my god,
I have done that before. The year that Spectacular Mike ran the table. So
All right.
let's go with Flash.
All right. Third question under Flash. An Amazing Spider-Man number 134. Flash took a sightseeing cruise along the Hudson River with Mary Jane, Liz, Allen, and Peter Parker. What villain interrupted the cruise? A. Hitman. B. Scorpion. C. White Rabbit. D. Craven. Or E. Tarantula.
I remember this one because it was the first, I've said it on the show before, the first issue of Amazing that I bought that started me on my long streak. And the villain was the Tarantula.
Yep.
Tarantula is correct. JR goes up to 30.
But what
points.
marshmallow did the tarantula like, JR?
All right. At the end of round 6, JR has 30
Jesus.
points.
Good God.
Jomo and Dark Mark are tied at -10. Spectacular McNulty is at 0, deciding which way he wants to go. He's like, do I want to be positive or negative? Who do I want to chase after? And Ashley, almost diametrically opposed to JR at negative 20 points. We are at the top of round 7 now. Ashley, you are up. There are only 15 questions remaining.
All right. Let's see. I'll go for a name that story.
Name that story. You guys are going to get down to where this is the only thing left.
Yeah,
So
this is a hard one.
Ashley's being very brave here. All right.
If I'm going to catch up to JR, but on the other end of the scale, let's do this.
Name that story. First question, an Amazing Spider-Man number 92. Iceman mistakenly thought Spider-Man had kidnapped Gwen Stacy. What was the title of this story? A, Chill Out. B, Dying in a Winter Wonderland. C, Iceman Attacks. D, Frostbite. Or E, Deathly Chill. Do you need those repeated?
Go Frostbite.
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 Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Frostbite is sadly incorrect. The correct answer was C, Iceman Attacks.
Frostbite's way better.
Frostbite is pretty cool. Yeah,
I would agree.
I mean, I like Dying in a Winter Wonderland, but it wasn't. It
Who's
wasn't
dying though.
Yeah. All right. So with that, Ashley goes to negative 25. Did you celebrate that?
She did.
Oh my God. All right. I thought I'd made these pretty easy this year. Apparently not.
They're hard as hell.
Are they?
Yeah,
They are.
These are hard.
These are really hard.
They are harder than before.
Are they?
Yeah, they're hard, man.
Every time I try to make them a little more softball for you guys, it feels like all I do is make it worse.
Mike, are they hard for you?
Well,
Yeah,
I
they're
like
hard
a challenge because I'm also a glutton for punishment. So, in fact,
Yes.
may I have another?
May I have
The category.
another? I think this will be the last question. I may have another. It will be.
It will be.
All right.
Mhm. Yep.
Speaking of hard questions, what villain interrupted Aunt May and Dr. Octopus's wedding? A, Kingpin. B, Hammerhead. C, Silvermane. D, the Owl. Or E, the Lizard.
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead is correct, and Spectacular Mike climbs up to 5 points. Yeah, these questions are hard.
Now that one was an easy one. That's no marshmallow.
You have to get that mark.
And now I got to check in my pie.
That will close out. May I have another? As we go over to Dark Mark. Dark Mark, where would you like to take us?
Let's go to the 5W.
The 5 W's. Second question. Who was the villain Spidey fought right before officially not graduating from ESU? Again, who was the villain that Spider-Man fought right before officially not graduating from ESU? He actually went to the graduation ceremony thinking he was going to graduate, and then turned out he was a credit short. Who was the villain he fought before? A, the Beetle. B, Nicholas Scratch. C, White Dragon. D, Scorpion.
White Dragon.
White Dragon.
Oh!
Is that your final answer?
Whoa!
Is that your final answer?
That's it.
White Dragon's correct.
Yeah.
White Dragon and the Dragon Lords. Very
Hey,
good.
hey, what was that B that you read with Nicholas Scratch? Is that you make that up?
No, that's an actual Marvel character.
All I
Yeah,
could
really.
think of was White Tiger, but I knew that's not right. And so I had to wait until I heard the answer that.
Yeah, White Dragon.
Nicholas Scratch is also an old nickname for the devil.
Yep.
Oh, I'll be.
Just like Old Hob. Old Hob is a nickname for the devil.
Mm.
All right. So Dark Mark climbs back up to -5. We go over to the Pride of Joplin, Missouri.
So we've done who, what. So the next one would be when on the 5 W's. When?
We don't know. They're not in order.
Oh, okay. I'll do 5 W's.
5 W's. Third question. Where
Okay.
did Spidey first meet Captain George Stacy? A, at a crime scene. B, at one of Dr. Octopus's secret hideouts. C, at police headquarters. D, in the hospital while visiting Gwen. or E, at the ESU campus?
Oh,
Do you need those repeated?
no, I'm between. I think it's Doc Ock's lair because I remember him and Gwen tied up with Doc Ock. Yeah, repeat him one more time. That's my lead.
A, at a crime scene. B, at one of Dr. Octopus's secret hideouts. C, at police headquarters. D, in the hospital while visiting Gwen. Or E, at the ESU campus.
It's either campus or tied up at Doc Ock's lab. I'll go with my gut again. Doc Ock's lab.
Dr. Octopus's lab.
Yeah.
Choice B. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's incorrect. The correct answer is C, at police headquarters.
Good grief.
It was shortly after he lost his memory and was briefly partnered up with Dr. Octopus because he didn't remember who he was.
Was that around the same time he was tied up? Am I thinking of that, JR?
This was before.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right. And with that,
Negative 15.
yeah, Brad Douglas falls to negative 15. JR, you are up at 30 points with a nice little cushion. Where would you like to go?
Let's try Flash again.
Flash This would be the fourth question under Flash Who took care of Flash after suffering brain damage from a car wreck caused by Norman Osborn? A, Liz Allen. B, Betty Brant. C, Shashan. D, Mary Jane. Or E, Aunt May?
Liz Allen.
Liz Allen, is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Liz, good. It's a good one. Liz Allen is correct. And Liz had trouble juggling being a mom and running a corporation and also having to take care of Flash. Very good, JR. You go up to 35 points.
Because Harry was dead by then, right?
Yes.
At this point.
Yeah, because
All right.
he was down in hell being Kindred. Okay.
So after the first round, or I'm sorry, after the seventh round, pardon me, JR is in first with 35 points.
By the way, I'm looking. JR has he missed a question yet?
Nope.
He has not.
No.
Why do you want to jinx that, Brad? You don't jinx a no-hitter.
I want to put that out in the universe so the bastard falls.
You are a terrible petty
He is.
man.
Horrible. You call me a goddamn monster.
No, you're a son of a bitch.
Why do you want to jinx somebody like that, Brad? Why can't you just lose graciously?
Oh,
Why do you have to jinx a true champion?
I now no, I shouldn't say a political thing, but I'm thinking it.
Oh my God!
I'm a sore
right.
loser.
All right. So after 7 rounds,
Have
JR.
you? I'm sorry to interrupt the host. I
No,
apologize.
you're not. No, you're
No,
not.
I'm not actually. JR, have you ever gone to Spider-Jeopardy without missing one? Do you, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean,
Way to jinx him,
I was
Brad.
about to say you're jinxing me, Brad. Yeah, thanks.
No, that's what I'm trying to do.
Brad Kiss of Death Douglas. After seven
Mwah.
rounds, JR has 35 points. Brad is down to negative 15. Dark Mark is at negative 5. Spectacular Mike McNulty, the only other player in the game in positive points,
Good job,
at
Mike.
5. And Ashley is down to negative 25. Ashley kicks off the start of round 8. Ashley, what do you want?
What categories are still open?
Flash is still open. Hold the Peter, please. The 5 W's. Name that story. And team up. We are down to 10 questions remaining.
And name that story is very hard, it sounds like, from that evil laugh.
I'll go back to Hold the Peter, please.
Hold the Peter, please. Fourth question and Hold the Peter, please. In Spider-Girl number 25, which member of the Savage Six did Spider-Girl take down in a meat locker? A, Saberclaw. B, Dragon King. C, Mr. Abnormal. D, Killer Watt. Or E, Raptor.
I'm going to follow my Jurassic Park heart and go with Raptor.
Raptor. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Raptor is actually not even dinosaur based. She's sort of like a female vulture.
How?
He
Oh,
did,
like a bird of prey.
yeah, he did defeat all of these villains, or she did defeat all of these villains in the issue, but the only one she beat in the meat locker was Saberclaw. All right.
Mhm.
And with that, Ashley now falls to negative
30.
30, still trying to chase JR from the opposite angle. Next we go, is Mike there?
Yep, he's there.
All right, next we go to Spectacular Mike McNulty. The Pie Man of Spider-Jeopardy.
The Pie Man. Yeah. Too bad there's no host.
I'll actually
unfortunately.
be doing the some of the pies this year for Thanksgiving myself.
Oh, nice. What kind are you making?
Ooh, nice.
We usually make like a pumpkin and a pecan, and if we have time, a coconut.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess this is the only, since I have to do a segue here with that. Hold the Peter, please. We can close that category out.
All right. Let me. Which one did you say? Hold the Peter, please.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hold the Peter, please. This will be the last question. It'll close it out. How did Spider-Ham defeat Hogzilla? A. Trapping him in a tar pit. B. Burying him in a volcano. C. Piloting Meccano Hogzilla. D. Boring him to death. Or E. The common cold.
Wow.
And Mike is going to be on the negative again. That's
Wow.
hard. That's hard.
You have to repeat those just because. I mean,
Wow.
Okay, go ahead. Repeat please.
Oh, yeah. Trapping him in a tar pit. That's choice A.
Mm-hmm.
B. Burying him in a volcano. C. Piloting Meccano Hogzilla. D. Boring him to death. Or E. The common cold.
You know what? Because it's Spider-Ham, you gotta go with the most ridiculous answer out of the whole bunch. I'm almost tempted to say the common cold, but I'm gonna go with boring him to death. So with D, so I'll go with that one.
Boring him to death. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you should have gone with the common cold. That was correct.
Yeah. Dang it. Oh, man.
Peter Parker had a cold. It was very reminiscent of when Spider-Man defeated the Hulk. Remember when the Hulk had the alien parasite on him, and Spider-Man beat him with I think it was either the cold or the flu.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
Lord. Did you make up the rest of the answers yourself, or were they actually from the series?
Trapping him in a tar pit was made up. Burying him in a volcano was actually from Godzilla 1985. Piloting Meccano Godzilla or Meccano Hogzilla, Meccano Hogzilla was actually a thing that they were planning to do in the issue.
Why is it Meccano Hogzilla, not Mecha Hogzilla?
Because that's how it was written by Tom DeFalco, or I think it was Tom DeFalco. I can't remember.
Does he not know what he's doing? It's Mecha. It's Mecha Godzilla. Not
I know it's Mecha. You're preaching to the choir. I'm just telling you what's in the damn issue. And the other one, boring him to death, I made up as well.
Oh my gosh! And it was those last two. I knew that those last two were the most.
Do you
ridiculous
remember what
ones.
issue that was of Peter Porker by chance?
I do not. It's the one with Hogzilla in it.
Okay.
And the thing is,
Godzilla. What the hell?
Why are you checking to make sure I'm correct?
No, I have most of the Peter Porkers. I don't remember that one. I'll have to look
Yeah,
at
it's
that.
the one with Hogzilla on the cover.
That's
All right.
funny.
And speaking of funny, and by funny I mean dry and witless and humorless, we go to Darkmark. I'm just being mean to you because there's no grant here. There's no grant offered here to give me flack.
All right. Let's
Also tell your son that next year I'm naming a category "Suck at Grant Alford."
He'll be flattered, I'm sure.
I'll let him know. Is it all going to be about Swarm and Carnage?
Yeah. No, it won't be about Carnage. Swarm maybe. Carnage. All right. Where do you want to take us, Darkmark?
How about the 5 W's?
The 5 W's. Very important for journalism, and I know that that Darkmark would usually step in and say something about the Credible Hulk here. Doing what?
Citing his sources.
That's right.
Yeah.
4th question under the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why. When did Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus fight in a jet airliner in Amazing Spider-Man number 88? Again, when did Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus fight in a jet airliner in Amazing Spider-Man number 88? A.
And Amazing Spider-Man number 88. That's my answer. Right.
No. A. And I did have a note on here that said if somebody is a smartass over that, subtract 5 points. So. All right. A. After Doc Ock escaped from prison. B. After Doc Ock kidnapped Gwen Stacy. C. After Doc Ock and Aunt May's wedding was interrupted. D. After Doc Ock stole a nuclear device. Or E. After Doc Ock attacked City Hall.
Let's go with D.
D. After Doc Ock stole a nuclear device. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
D, unfortunately, is incorrect. The correct
It was
answer
E?
is A.
Oh.
After Doc Ock escaped from prison. Spider-Man had to actually fight Dr. Octopus's arms. And Otto was using the arms remotely to come to him. And with that,
I would like to file an official complaint on that question because technically he didn't fight Dr. Octopus. He just fought the Dr. Octopus.
he absolutely did fight Dr. Octopus on the jet airliner at the end of the issue. Let me check with Jesus. George is right. Thanks, Jesus. All right. So with that, Dark Mark falls to -10, and we go over to Brad Douglas.
Any more 5 W's left?
We have one more 5
All right,
W's.
I'll take it. Let's wrap it up.
What was Punisher doing in Amazing Spider-Man number 161 and 162 when Spidey and Nightcrawler thought he'd murdered several people and were after him? Again, what was Punisher doing in Amazing Spider-Man number 161 and 162 when Spidey and Nightcrawler thought he'd murdered several people? A. Hunting down the Kingpin. B. Trying to find a kidnapped informant. C. Working for the Jackal. D. Trying to find someone impersonating him. Or E. Running from the police.
Not running from the police, not the Jackal. He broke up with the Jackal in 129. The informant sounds pretty good. What were the other ones? Can you just repeat them? I'm sorry.
Okay. A. Hunting down the Kingpin.
That's not it.
B. Trying to find a kidnapped informant. C. Working for the Jackal.
No.
D. Trying to find someone impersonating him.
No.
Or E. Running from the police.
I think the informant sounds pretty good.
The informant, is that your final answer?
Yeah, I like that one.
The informant, unfortunately, is incorrect. The correct answer is D. Trying to find someone who was impersonating him.
Really?
That had actually murdered those people.
Because that was because it was the hitman he was after, wasn't it?
That was Jigsaw.
Oh well, hell. I'm screwed.
All right, so Brad falls to -20 points, and we go to JR here at the end of round 8. JR.
Good God.
Where are we going? Do you feel pressured?
No.
Team up. Let's go with team up.
Team up.
Don't even answer.
I think I'm looking at CNN has just awarded JR points for this question.
Fake news. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, we'll see how this one does because this is from Volume 3 of Marvel.
Oh no!
Volume 3 of what?
Marvel 3, or I'm sorry, Marvel Team Up Volume 3.
Oh, you're screwed.
In Marvel Team Up Volume 3, number 7, Spider-Man. In Marvel Team Up Volume 3, number 7, Spider-Man and Moon Knight go up against the Ringmaster. But what villain did the heroic duo face first? A. Constrictor. B. Mirage. C. Lightmaster. D. Dracula. Or E. Scorpio.
I'm going to go with Lightmaster.
Lightmaster, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Lightmaster is unfortunately incorrect. The correct answer is Constrictor. Brad, you
missed
are an
one.
awful human being.
Why? What'd I do?
You jinxed him.
You jinxed me.
Good.
You jinxed him. He
I
missed-
was
Good.
running
I didn't want
the
you to be
table
having
and
the crowd.
you jinxed me.
good.
I was running
I
the
love,
tape.
I love that you gave him a Volume 3 Marvel team. He's never read those.
I didn't give it to him. It's the fifth question under the. He selected it. That's the
I
thing. You jinxed.
selected it.
I know.
jinxed
I
it.
screwed up.
You've not read that volume, if I am correct, right, JR?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. That's the Robert Kirkman stuff, right?
Yeah.
Walking Dead stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That's a good series, or at least the first part of it was.
The first part was, yeah, I agree.
JR gets the first one wrong. Hey, JR, you can still get a. You can still get a one hitter. Those are still big. I know. I'm sorry that that Brad was horrible and jinxed you.
I know.
All right.
He's so full of hate. You know,
Yeah,
just
he is. He's a small petty man, JR.
Yes, I am.
All right. We have 5 questions left at the start of round 9.
Can JR get them all and
Name
answer them correctly?
four of them are Name That Story.
Oh, God.
And the only other category that has a question is Flash aside from being Name That Story. Ashley, where are we going?
Let's go ahead and finish out Flash.
Flash Last question. What villain once kidnapped Flash when he was impersonating Spider-Man as a prank on Peter Parker? A. Dr. Octopus. B. Dr. Doom. C. The Lizard. D. Vulture. Or E. Green Goblin. What
Can you
villain?
read this again?
Yeah. A. Dr. Octopus. B. Dr. Doom. C. The Lizard. D. Vulture. Or E. The Green Goblin.
Gonna go with the Vulture on this one.
The Vulture, is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is sadly incorrect. The correct answer is
Dr. Doom.
Dr.
Ditko.
Oh my God.
from Amazing Spider-Man number 5.
knew I should have gone with this one, but I thought I'd be pressing my luck. So.
I knew that one.
Ashley falls to negative 35. That will be her final score going into Final Jeopardy. Next, we go to Spectacular Pie Man Mike McNulty. Mike, we only have one category open now.
I was hoping to take that question because I totally knew that last one, but I guess I gotta name that story.
Second question under Name That Story. In Amazing Spider-Man number 261, Hobgoblin kidnaps Liz, Allen, and Mary Jane in an attempt to make Harry Osborn hand over his journals from his father. What was the title of this story?
Mm-hmm.
A. The Sins of My Father. B. Ghosts of the Past. C. Prodigal Son. D. Family Matters. Or E. Legacies.
Those are good.
Ooh.
A. The Sins
Ah,
of
they
My
are.
Father. B. Ghosts of the Past. C. Prodigal Son. D. Family Matters. Or E. Legacies.
Oh man. I'm really tempted to go with Family Matters partly because of Terry's looking through the journal, also because I think Alan's pregnant at this time. I think she goes into labor at the end of this, if I'm remember it right.
Also, you're a big Steve Urkel fan.
Mm-hmm.
Family Matters.
Yeah. But that's true. Yeah.
Did I do that?
Yeah. Legacies, it sounds good too. Dang it.
A. The Sins of My Father.
Father, yeah.
Ghosts of the Past. C. Prodigal Son. D. Family Matters. Or E. Legacies.
You know what? I might be wrong on this, but I think I might. Legacy sounds good too, so I think I'll go with E. Legacies.
Legacies. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Legacies is sadly incorrect. JR, do you know this one?
I want to say Sins of My Father.
Sins of My Father was correct.
Oh, because Sins of My Father I was thinking of that James E. Buchanan story. I'm like, that's not the one. That's but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going into Final Jeopardy, Mike, you'll be at negative 5.
5. Yeah. Well, yeah, I won them all.
All right. Dark Mark.
All right, I'm hopeful here because I knew the answer to the first two in this category. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot for the fence and say, bring back my goblin to me. All right, let's go.
An amazing third question under Name That Story. An Amazing Spider-Man number 311. Amazing Spider-Man number 311. Mysterio and Spider-Man face off on a science fiction movie set. What was the title of this story? It's a Todd McFarlane issue. A, Up in Smoke. B, Sleight of Hand. C, Dream a Little Dream of Me. D, Not Everything is As It Appears. Or E, Mysteries of the Dead.
Up in Smoke.
Up in Smoke, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Up in Smoke is incorrect. The correct answer was Mysteries of the Dead. And Dark Mark, you will be at negative 15 heading to Final Jeopardy.
So all the front page reviewers out there, I'm sorry I let you guys down.
To everybody that visits the website, I'm sorry I let you down.
To everyone who continually hears me say, I tried to make it easier this year.
You did a good job.
Well, you failed.
I apparently fail every year.
Man.
All right. Speaking of fail, we go to Brad Douglas,
Oh, God.
who is currently at negative 20 points.
Mm.
Brad,
Whatever we got left.
fourth question under Name That Story.
Yep.
An Amazing Spider-Man annual number 16, Monica Rambeau makes her first appearance as the new Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
What was the title of this story?
All right.
A, Have You Seen Her?
Have you
B.
seen her?
B,
Tell me. Sorry.
B, Blinded by the Light. I'm waiting for you to sing.
Have you seen her? That's good.
Okay. C, Who's That Lady?
Who's that lady? Who's that lady?
D, Como Se Llama, Mama?
You did not just say that with me on a straight face. There's no way
Yes.
it's that. Jesus.
B, Como Se Llama, Mama? Or E, Hey Good Looking?
Oh, God. Oh. Well, it's not Hey Good Looking. Roger Stern wouldn't do that. It's not Coseyo Mama.
Como Se Llama, Mama? That means
Como-
what's your name?
Como Se Llama
Spanish
Mama.
1101 right there.
It's not that. What's the one in between the mama and the last one?
All right, so I'll repeat them again.
I think it's B, but go ahead. Yeah.
A, Have You Seen Her?
No,
B, Blinded by the Light?
I think that might be it.
C, Who's That Lady?
Nope.
D, Como Se Llama, Mama? Or E, Hey Good Looking?
Oh, you got a snort out of me. Ashley, I beat you to a snort. Blinded by the Light sounds pretty darn good.
Is that your final answer? though?
That's it.
Blinded by the Light is incorrect. The correct answer was C, Who's That Lady?
Oh my God.
All of these are actual song titles. Como Se Llama Mama is a song by Eric Burden, the lead singer of the Animals.
I've got to hear that song. Can you sing a few bars, JR?
No. No, I'm first of all, I'm George. Did you want me to sing or JR?
No, I mean, yes. I'm
Okay.
so distracted by that damn question.
JR, you may remember Como Se Llama by Eric Burden and the Animals. You were what? You were at least 30 by then.
No, I do not remember that song. I do remember Blinded by the Light.
Yeah.
And everybody thought it was wrapped up like a douche.
Wrapped up like a douche. I still think
That's
it's
what I
that.
always- Yeah, I still do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Same here.
Last question of Spider Jeopardy 2020 before the final Jeopardy question. We only have one player in positive points. JR. Last question and name that story.
Mr. Como Se Llama Mama.
How unfortunate that is a Marvel team up question. In Marvel team up number 81,
Nice.
Spider-Man and Satana join forces to save a lycanthropy-stricken Doctor Strange. What was the title of this story? A, The Beast Within. B, Moonchild. C, Fangs Bared. D, Magic Man. Or E, Last Rites.
I'm going to go with E, Last Rites.
E, Last Rites. Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations, because it's correct.
Oh my God!
It was Last Rites because in the end of it, Satana dies. Spoilers, she got better later on. But thus the issue is called Last Rites. Very good. So after
yes,
heading in after this last round, heading into Final Jeopardy, JR has 35 points.
Jesus.
Followed up by Mike. Spectacular Mike has -5 points. Dark Mark has -15. Jomo has -25, and Ashley is now on the complete flip side of JR at -35.
Oh my God, we're framing it.
All right.
Yes.
Now we head
bookends.
Now we head into Final
Whoa,
Jeopardy.
we just lost Mike.
Uh-oh.
Mike.
I see. I told you it was going to happen.
You're right. Como se llama, mama? What the? I got marshmallows. I got como se llama, mama. How do you study for this shit?
There's
I've been
no
studying for
You
40 years on Spider-Man.
You either know it or you don't. You don't study before Jeopardy, dude. You don't know what the categories are going to be. You either know it or you don't.
God.
There's no cram session for Jeopardy, man.
Oh my God.
What is Mount Suvius?
Mama, como se llama, mama?
I'm
Welcome back, Mike.
After JR blew out my internet with that answer.
All right. We are heading into Final Jeopardy, which means that everyone else who is not JR may send me a Facebook message with your answer.
Okay.
Because you all have me on your Facebook, on your Facebooks, and then I will get my annual text from JR with his with the answer to his or his.
He will
answer.
send you a courier pigeon.
This might get even uglier here because I don't know. I have a feeling JR might know this one. All right.
Okay.
Final Jeopardy question of Spider Jeopardy 2020. Peter Parker first proposed to Mary Jane at her apartment. While waiting for her answer, what two characters did Spider-Man fight simultaneously? Again, Peter Parker first proposed to Mary Jane at her apartment. While waiting for her answer, what two characters did Spider-Man fight simultaneously? Take your time. I'm going to get up and refresh my drink, my beverage, and I will be right back.
Oh my God.
Here you go. I'm in. I'll wait until he comes back, but my gosh, I can't imagine the research that went into this thing.
I know, and
I mean, he works hard every year. I'm always impressed.
Oh yeah, props to him for coming up with some of this stuff.
We'll compliment when he comes back. But my
sure.
God.
Oh man,
No props to him. Screw him. Those are.
oh gosh,
Good God. Are you talking to JR? I'm insulting JR all night.
Oh, I think I know. Okay,
Did you already send it to him?
No.
Okay.
I think I figured it out.
All right.
Tell me what you're thinking. I'll tell you if you're right or not.
No, thank you. I will not. I am not giving you the chance of this.
Here's my thought.
Eking out my win here, Dark Mark.
Welcome back, George. We were just complimenting you on all this hard work. When do you start writing these, by the way?
Typically, I start at least a couple weeks, usually like behind my birthday in July. Due to work this year, though, I wasn't able to start until late August. All right.
Bravo. Thank you very much.
Also, did you remember to put in how much you're betting?
I did.
I did too. Yep. I did too.
Ashley, okay, I got yours. All right, let me go to looking on Facebook now. And just now I got JR's.
Mike, Mike, I don't know if it sounds like an old school printer, like.
Okay. Let me see if you can hear this.
It's okay. It's the end of the show at this point. It's fine. I've been muting you a little bit.
I've gotten one from everybody except Dark Mark.
Mark.
Okay.
Submit, Mark.
There you go.
All right. All right, can do. I like when you guys don't even try. You're just like, you know what?
Well, if you got to go out, you might as well be funny.
All right. I'm just writing down the final tabulations here before I announce everything.
Okay.
All right. I hate the new Facebook so much.
Oh, it's like Twitter.
Yeah. They got they have a spiritual thing on the phone.
In fact, if you've noticed, I've been on it a lot less because I don't like it.
Well,
my feedback to them several times when they made me keep switching back from Classic before they finally pulled the trigger was if I wanted to Twitter, I'd go to Twitter.
Yeah.
And Twitter is a cesspool. All right. All right, Mike. Jomo. Let's see what Brad said. God almighty, Brad. Brad.
I'm glad that you know that I got the right answer.
You're a terrible human being, Brad.
Oh, well, now I'm curious.
Well, remember, it's a PG-13 show, and don't use all those F-bombs when you read what I wrote to you.
I know.
All right. And JR.
Did his carrier pigeon arrive yet? Or courier pigeon, not carrier.
No, I've got JR's. I'm looking at it right now. All right. So after tabulating that, the only person to actually bet anything was Spectacular Mike.
Oh, Mike.
All right.
I was pretty confident about this. So, let's see how wrong my ass.
So I'm going to go. I'm going to go first with the folks that did not answer it correctly. We will start at Ashley, who bet 0 points and said Vermin and Gog.
I had to bring Gog into Jeopardy.
I love it.
I knew. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, she's trying to get puns out of this. She wants to end with puns. She wants to. So go ahead and get all of your Gog puns out of the way.
Man, I feel like we've done so many. It's hard to harvest up some new ones.
All right. Next up, we will go to we'll go to Brad. Brad bet 0 and said he fought Como and Say, who was pregnant and soon to be a mama.
Where'd Yama go?
Wow.
So Brad stays at negative 25. God help us all. Next, we will go to Dark Mark, who bet 0 and said, I have no idea. Just wish me a happy birthday. I turned 50 this
Wow.
Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
When's
Mark.
the official date?
The 14th.
14th of November. 7
All
days
right.
away.
The big
You look
5-0.
pretty good. You look pretty good still.
Let's not
There's
get
a
carried
filter
away.
on the thing, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but so let's not. Yeah, he knows BS when he hears it. All right.
Yeah. Maybe.
JR, do you remember when you turned 50 20 years ago? No.
I would if I didn't have senility.
Hey, look, Grant did ask me who was older, Joe Biden or JR. So
It's JR.
If it's any clue, Joe Biden refers to JR as senpai. All right.
And then he greets him with "Como se llama, JR?"
You remember that one time, like we had that one caller, and I could tell it was like an anime name, and I said "Senpai has noticed you," and Brad was like, "Why? You can't insult a caller."
Wow.
Do you remember that? You guys remember that? Like,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, all right. So now we'll get down to the two folks who answered it correctly. There were two of you that answered it correctly.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I'm proud there were two.
Great.
Mhm.
That makes me feel less awful about the scores I'm seeing right now.
Mhm.
Spectacular Mike McNulty, bet all 5 of his -5 points and got it correctly.
Yep.
Climbed back up to 0 points and answered Big Wheel and Rocket Racer,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
leaving Spectacular Mike even
At
at
a
0.
0.
And of course, JR Fettinger. JR, you had to know this for sure.
I did.
You had to know this for sure, and you could have run up the score. And like a gentleman, you chose not to. JR answered correctly with Big Wheel and Rocket Racer. He bet 0 points. And ladies and gentlemen, Spider Jeopardy 2020 champion is JR Mad Goblin Fettinger.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
The key to that question, George, and
Yes.
for everyone, is when Peter Parker first proposed to Mary Jane, because he
Yeah.
did so twice.
Yes.
And
Second
so
time,
when you
second time was what, at an
and
airport?
I was racking my brain for the two villains because I knew there was so this is definitely Marv Wolfman territory, which I know this was something I'm like thinking, and then I just had like when I just got all excited, like because I just figured it out.
Proposed in the 70s?
Oh, no,
in the 80s.
The second time you proposed to her wasn't at an airport. Where was it? Was it at Peter's apartment or Mary
Yeah, I
Jane?
think so. 'Cause
Yeah,
they just got back from fighting Smythe.
yeah. Smythe was he was actually the third time. No, there was actually he proposed to her also in the apartment before he goes to Spencer or Alistair.
Didn't he propose to her like the second time, like before she left for London?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay, so-
I think. Yeah.
And that was at the airport. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, it's the first time he proposed to her. He gave her. It was like in a cracker. The ring was in a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah.
so I
do
just
remember
want to
that,
I want to hold this up.
Oh, no.
Because I want you guys to see the amount of negatives on this
Good
scorecard.
God.
Good grief! Wow.
Look at that.
We have to study harder next time.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I would have ran the table if Brad hadn't jinxed me.
I know. There was some unsportsmanlike conduct this year, JR. And I for one am sorry that Brad Douglas has chosen to sully the sport. Forever staying Spider Jeopardy.
I do not feel guilty in the least. I'm coming back. You can have 2020. It sucked anyway, JR. You can have I'm taking 2021.
Yeah,
And we still got a month to go left, folks.
this was Spider Jeopardy COVID edition.
Oh. I only got 2 questions right, if I'm looking at it right.
That's 2 more than some folks.
I got 3.
Yep.
I got 3. I got 3 right.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm good.
I don't think I got a single. I think I got 1 right.
Yeah,
You
nobody
did. You did.
jinxed Ashley.
Yeah.
No, Mike, you got 4 right.
Oh, did I
Ashley-
get 4
I got
right?
3 right. You got 4 right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ashley managed to run the table. Wow. All right. Here's the thing. There's a fine line between trying to make a question or trying to make questions easier and trying to make them too damn obvious to the point where everyone's got 4 to 5 by the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll try to figure out I'll try to dumb it down some way before next year.
Well, on most of those, like bad villain and team up questions, you started the question, and I was like, "Oh, I know this one," and then like you gave the answer to what I was thinking it was going to be as part of the question, and I'm like,
Yeah.
That's how I roll, Dark Mark.
Like the big wheel, baby.
Oh yeah.
I hope I roll better than Big Wheel.
Yeah.
Should we hear some final thoughts from the winner?
I think we should. You know what? Let's hear final thoughts from everybody, starting with the loser or the biggest loser, I guess in this case. I hope that's a terrible thing to say to an expectant mother, but
It's true.
but Ashley,
Who's the jerk now, George? I mean,
what are your final thoughts?
Man, I've lost terribly tonight, and then you just have to go and rub it in, take digs at me, man.
I'm not. That's not a dig. I feel bad saying the biggest loser.
Observations.
All right. Well, what are your final thoughts tonight?
Man, this is probably one. I don't do too great every year, but this is one of the worst. I feel like, and I'm so mad that I missed the 2099 question because I thought that one I would get.
I think there was one year that you actually ended with positives.
I know it was like 5.
Yeah. I think there was one year though, but I mean, clearly, like every year, I figure, well, she's done more reading since then, and every year I'm proven wrong. But no, did you at least have fun?
Oh yes, always.
All right, let's go.
I'm still mad at Meccano Hogzilla though.
Oh, all right.
That's a heinous oversight.
I mean, it's a legitimate beef, but I mean, I'm going with what's there.
I understand.
All right. Next up, next to Ashley, at -25.
Oh, God.
From the man who said, "I'm determined to win this year. I want to win."
I do.
Fourth place
and actually succeeding are two different.
Fourth place, Brad Douglas. What are your final
thoughts? I'm curious
Yes.
if JR got the exact same questions I got, if he would be in a lower number. JR, did I not get screwed? Like, did you hear my questions? You're like, thank God I didn't get Brad's questions. Like the marshmallow and what the hell else did I get?
Listen, Douglas. Listen, okay.
Yeah.
Number one, don't badger this champion right over here. Okay, this great man right here, this Spider Yoda. All right, he left it all on the field, Jomo. All right, he left it all out there on the field, and all I'm here to do is sour grapes. Listen,
I want the champion to say, "My God, Brad got screwed." I want to hear that out of his mouth.
Listen. You pick your category and you take your chances, Brad.
I got screwed.
All right. So that's Brad's final thoughts.
But he never answered my question.
He can answer it in his final thoughts, Brad. I'm sorry. Who's hosting right now?
Oh God, I don't.
All right. So next we'll go to third place at -15 points, and we go to Dark Mark. Dark Mark, what are your final thoughts?
Well, I beat Brad, so I won't be invited back next year.
That wasn't that wasn't hard to do.
I brought Mark on to take JR out. That was my secret strategy. I got screwed there too.
Beating Brad wasn't hard this year.
All
right. Do you think your son will be proud?
No.
You think he will hang his head in shame and say, "Why is my father now like 1 and 2 on Spider-Jeopardy?"
I think he told me going into this that his expectations were low to begin with, so
he knows you so well.
I had freaking marshmallows and Spanish questions. Como se llama marshmallow?
What the hell? Spanish question, Brad. It's not next year. I'll write all of your questions in Spanish.
You have to translate it.
How do you como se llama screwed?
Did you even
do you understand what como se llama means?
I told him earlier.
How do you say?
Como se llama? No, it means
what is your name?
What's your name?
My name is screwed.
All right.
Humbug.
How do you say?
Right.
How do you say in Spanish? Isn't that
como se dice?
Como se dice? Yeah.
Como se llama? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Como se dice? Como se llama?
All right. So next, we'll go for final thoughts over to our second place finisher tonight at 0 points. Spectacular Mike McNulty. Number one, are you glad that you didn't like saddle yourself down with a 5-second time limit again, which is crazy?
Oh yeah, that was definitely so. You know what? And especially, I think first of all, number one, I think the baking the pie helped. And the secondly,
everyone's going to have scented candles next year.
Yeah. Secondly,
buns or cheesecake or whatever.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Secondly, I mean, I feel like I should have gotten at least a +10 out of this because there's two of those questions that I think I should have gotten, especially that Spider-Ham
marshmallow
one.
question.
No, not the Spider-Ham one, because I mean that was pure gut instinct. And I realized, I went against it, and then the second one I think had to do. I don't know if it would have to do the musical one or whatever. No, or it was one of those things that was just like, I can't believe I missed that one. No, it was a Hobgoblin one.
I love how many times you guys are like, I'll go with my gut reaction, and then 5 seconds later, like, Christ, am I stupid?
See, because you see, the thing is, if you go with studies show that if you go with your initial reaction, it's usually the best guess. But then we always tend to second guess ourselves, and that's exactly what I did in some of those. And it's like, kick myself. That's it. But no, I mean, you did really good with it. Actually, I'm going to say that you actually did good with the sections because I like a challenge. I like to be, when you put us, you make us think. I
feel like this is how it usually ends up most years, though. It's like whoever wins actually had positive points, and everybody else was just like, like negative in the red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, but no, I mean, so don't, we just have to just read up on Spider-Man and just study harder.
Read up! It's freaking cereal! What? I need to have a
Brad,
bowl of cereal to practice
can
for
be
this
anything.
shit?
And hey, whoa. Number one, I've asked cereal questions in
I know,
all right. Number two, I've asked video game questions.
Yeah,
fine, but
and
I can't
potpourri
study
before.
up on that. Oh, Mike, I need to study up on my spider. Screw you! Eat a bowl of cereal, Mike.
Well, you know what? Hey, Brad, next year, because maybe I think maybe because George can ask you questions about Spider-Man toys, and because you got all your Spider-Man toys in the back.
I could do toy.
I've done Spider-Man toy questions before.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right.
And I have to say, before we head to our final thoughts from our champion, from our sole champion,
I hate hearing it.
before I go to him for our final thoughts, can you imagine? I mean, just watching Brad when he's lost. Can you imagine how insufferable Brad would be if he actually ever won?
I have tried that.
He has technically tied for first. So don't.
I mean, I pointed that out to him, and he was like, "Shut STFU, George." I pointed out to him that he tied for first place one year, and he didn't want to hear it. All right. So speaking of champions, outright champions, winners. Speaking of winners, J.R. Fettinger, 35 points this year. Even though 35 points was a little bit of a nail biter for you, the audience would like to know.
Well, I always prefer to be in a position where I don't have to bet anything in Final Jeopardy. That's what I strive for. It's because I'm not a good gambler. So I usually like to get to the point where I get nervous if I don't get to the point where I don't have to bet anything. So, but my final word though is the fact that Brad got minus 25 this year makes the year that we tied an even more crushing and humiliating personal defeat for me.
So can you just say
shame?
JR,
shame
if you would have gotten my shit.
Oh my God.
JR, would you
actually no, Brad? If you would have gotten your cereal, if you should have said you've got your cereal. So, but
if you would have gotten my cereal and my Spanish questions, would you have not struggled?
Well, it's not a Spanish question. There was one answer choice on there. That's a Spanish phrase, Brad.
If one of your questions would have been in a foreign language, would you have...
It wasn't the question. It was one of the answers. Oh, my God. Oh. How does your wife live with you?
Dude, I don't
my
know.
God! Can you imagine the hell that Mrs. Crawfish must go through every day?
She's a freaking saint.
Oh my God! Good Lord!
He didn't want to answer my question. If he would have gotten my questions, would he have done as well? I just want to know.
Well, first of all, Brad, it's all in the selection. Brad. The selection is half the battle.
I know.
Because it's apparent. It was apparent that, for example, after I heard the first question in Potpourri,
yeah,
I knew stay the hell away from that one.
And I kept going back.
Yeah, I knew that that would have crushed me if I tried to go there. Yeah. So that's kind of the.
What was your category that you did the best in, JR?
I think it might have the Flash one. Actually, I think he nearly pushed. Yeah.
What I love about this is that at the end of every Spider Jeopardy every year, JR literally tells you the path to success. Mm-hmm. He literally lays out to you every year how he wins. Yeah, everyone. It tells everyone it's the categories and his process of elimination. He has taken us through this several times about how he eliminates things, how he uses context clues, how he thinks about all parts of the. He tells you guys this every year. Mm-hmm. Every year, and then you forget it.
Here,
and we get this. We get this right here.
And a healthy dose of just plain dumb luck, though, too. So,
yeah.
Well, all right. Well, that
George, I compliment you on the hard work you did. Even though I give you a hard time, I appreciate what you do.
I'm going to work on a German question next year. Screw you,
Das Vidanya. No, that's Russian. I'm really screwed.
Danke Shane is German. Das Vidanya
is Russian. Yeah.
Didn't you even see The Hunt for Red October?
Oh, I did.
You just phoned it in, law.
There's a Marvel Comics reference in Hunt for Red October. What is it, George?
In Hunt for Red October?
In the movie. There's a Marvel Comics reference in it.
Oh, and I just saw it not too long ago too.
Is it? I don't know. Is it Captain America?
Nope. Denzel Washington's talking about Silver Surfer to a young kid.
I don't remember it at all.
Yep. There you go.
Hunt for Red October. That was Sean Connery. That was a Sean Connery
Crimson
movie.
Tide.
Wow. Okay, well,
oh my God.
Denzel
wasn't even in the movie.
Brad's got some trivia of his own.
Good job.
I even got my own question wrong.
Denzel Washington was what was it? Crimson
now we know why Brad doesn't make the questions for this Jeopardy game.
I mean, he made a Marvel Comics reference, but he actually ran a lot with the Star Trek reference.
And now we know why. Now we know why Brad Douglas -25. Right here, -25. Now we know why.
What a fart to end on, Douglas. I mean,
what?
That was an awful ending on this show. I just asked you a question. I got my own question wrong, and I asked you about it. God, what a bad performance.
And so why did you expect me to answer your question when your questions are always so awful and poorly phrased anyway? Why should I give you an answer? I mean,
all right, this show's suddenly about to go F-bombs are allowed. All right, here we go, JR.
Brad hates that. Number one, I think deep down he hates that I took away the movie category.
Yes,
years
that's
ago.
where I rocked it.
But the thing is, there's only so many times you can go strip mine that damn thing.
Plus, you got to point out that probably one of the reasons why you didn't pick a movie category this year is because you probably did not see, basically, you probably did not see Spider-Man Far From Home.
Because I've seen Homecoming once, and I haven't even bothered with Far From Home.
Yeah, or as we like to call Iron Boy Far From Spider-Man.
That leaves me 5 films to strip mine. And there's only so many questions you can really ask with the Raimi films,
right?
And to be honest,
and you haven't seen Spider-Verse.
I'm only. Oh yeah, no, that's right.
You probably would be very tempted to probably go back to the older Spider-Man films from the 70s with
That was a TV
Nicholas
show.
Hammond.
That was a TV show.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
TV
no,
show.
technically, but they're TV movies.
There was a movie though. There was a wasn't there like an episode length or like a movie?
There was a
length?
movie length. The movie length pilot was.
That's what it was.
I actually wrote
Well,
like a thing on it.
They
like,
distributed them overseas
years
as
ago.
movies. That's what you guys are probably thinking of.
Yep.
But they were on CBS. They were like 2-hour pilots and stuff like
No,
that.
I
Yep.
think like the pilot though was like
The
yeah,
pilot
like 2
was
hours.
was a kind of a 90-minute thing. Yeah. And it was like because that was the
Well, with commercials, 90 minutes is 2 hours.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in those days when they tried with the first attempt to try to do
Yeah.
Jesus.
So one thing I've noticed about every Spider Jeopardy, there's a Spider Ham section in it. There's a little bit of Spider Ham. There is I just had it on my Secret Wars reference.
Yeah.
There was a Secret Furs reference.
Secret Furs. Yeah.
I could have sworn that was going to be like a furry convention or something.
Anyway, that's it. That's it. What do you think?
You know what? There was one thing that was not in here. There was no clones. There was only one Venom reference. No, was there two Venom references?
We
or
only
one?
had 1 year with clones. That was and we will never have clone questions again.
There was a Carnage. There's Carnage in here. I remember hearing
Carnage in here. Yeah, you're
The
right.
Maximum Carnage question.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. There wasn't anything from the
Thinking
was
lethal
there wasn't-
protector question.
There was nothing from the slot area. There was no Superior Spider-Man questions.
No.
But think about it. The lethal protector question mark or stuff that was part of that only dealt with the Spider-Man part of that.
Right.
The part that was important to know.
Yep.
All right. George, thank you.
Congrats,
Yeah,
Jake.
good job.
Well
Good
done.
job, George. And
Well done,
congrats,
everybody.
JR,
Thank you.
for another spectacular win. I will
Congrats,
beat you
JR.
next year, hopefully. I will come back. I will not. All right.
I want to, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear predictions on where you're all, what your final scores are going to be at the end of next year. A year from now, what are these going to look like?
I will be
I won't
conservative
have a
and say
score.
15.
Yeah, you're coming back, but you need to study up to take the old man out. So eat a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, get some fiber in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
was
was
gonna-
going
I'm going to be conservative and say plus 15 or something. That's-
All right, well, but the next time we see Ashley, she may already be a mom.
No.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. So
And you know,
we'll
we're-
have another podcast in the next 2 weeks.
And we're closing in the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Whenever we do Christmas stuff and the Christmas
Ooh.
gift exchange. I think
Yeah.
that's what your 6th year here now.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't predict. You
Yep.
can't predict what December is going to be like, Ashley. But I hope we'd have you on.
Oh, yeah.
We will be playing it by ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be able to pop in for a quick appearance, but we shall see.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got to show us your little goblin when
Yeah.
or
Goblin.
Now I want to get her a little goblin costume. 'cause that's
Oh.
too cute.
That'd be cute.
Do they make Goblin onesies? No, never mind. It's Etsy.
We've got time
Wait until next month, and we'll see it on a gift exchange.
All right.
All right, everyone.
Real quick, next Saturday or Friday, are you guys free to do a review show?
I can't do
Ooh.
it Saturday, but if I can't be there, do it. Just go do it.
You can't do Friday or Saturday. Is that what you said, George?
No, Friday nights. I can never do another Friday night ever again. I have
Okay.
D&D now on Friday night.
Yeah.
That is my 4th D&D campaign that I run. Is on Friday night.
Friday
Um,
would be work for me better, actually. Yeah, because I think that one time we did a thing with a review on Friday. I think it's like whatever your time was, like 7. That actually worked great. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't.
I think it's probably
This weekend's out for me either night. I'm
Okay, so next weekend's out.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, look at those spider onesies. Who put Mark? Look at those.
What?
They're so cute. Look at all those Green Goblin onesies.
Oh my god.
oh, it wasn't Etsy. Shock.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
Oh, yeah, there's one that's Willem Dafoe. I want that one.
Oh,
my gosh.
Oh, there's a 60s Spider-Man Goblin at the bottom. Oh, JR, your grandkids
Wow.
could have this.
JR, does this make you want to, like have another kid at your
Oh,
advanced
God.
age?
well, my wife has pretty well put her foot after the second one. After Spencer came along, she said no more. Kind of like because he wouldn't come willingly. they had to go get him. So
Jesus.
he peeked his head out and saw how cold it was, and he said, "I am staying."
Oh
And
my
I ain't coming out.
That's fair.
So
God.
Ashley, look at that last onesie on there at the very bottom. It's the meme. It's the boys meme onesie with the Goblin from the '60s cartoon.
I love that one.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Me and the Boys. Yeah. That one. That's so
Mhm.
cute.
Neil would freak out if he saw that one.
Yeah.
He loves that meme. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and probably go try to watch the new Mandalorian. I wasn't able to watch
Oh, that episode's
Oh,
good, dude.
Man.
That
Yeah.
episode's good.
Yeah.
it. That first one, boy, that just nailed it.
Oh, the first one was excellent. The first one was just excellent.
The
Especially
last
That reminds
scene.
me, George,
Second one
did
is
you hear
just as good.
the news?
Mhm.
What?
They canceled Glow.
Oh, did they?
They
Aw.
canceled it, yeah.
Well, it had, what, 3 years?
They were going to be releasing the 4th and final season, but Netflix canceled it.
Well, Netflix always does a 3-season rule. Basically, look at what happened with Daredevil. They did that for 3 seasons.
Yep.
That's
I can't
the
even
most
believe
they
it's
get.
on Disney, though.
Except if you're Stranger Things. Stranger Things apparently is immune from the 3-season Netflix curse. But
I really do like Glow. Glow's a good show. It's a lot of fun. It's very, very
Yeah.
fun.
What
Mhm.
what
I'm
is
sorry
that
I had to
show?
break that to you.
What is
Yeah.
that show on HBO that's so weird? My wife and I are 3 episodes in.
That narrows it down.
oh, Lovecraft Country, right?
Lovecraft Country. That's a
Oh.
weird show. Do you guys like it? Have you seen
yeah.
it?
Jack and I need
I've
to
read
catch
the
up
book.
on it.
I've actually read the book.
What'd you say, Ashley?
Jack and I need to catch up on it. I love Lovecraft.
How many have you watched?
Just
Ashley?
first one.
Mhm.
It was trippy, wasn't it?
It's,
Oh yes.
It's
That's
trippy.
Lovecraft for you.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched it, but I know when the game that Mike is playing, that Mike
Yep.
and Neil are in, that I run on D&D, we're going to
Mhm.
before we start up another campaign, we're going to actually play Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu.
probably.
Yep. And I actually have
have
a
to send
character
y'all
that will
something.
work great with that, actually, which
Yeah, sure.
which will fit right in. But,
Full ascended, Ashley.
So, Jay, I didn't hear from JR or Ashley. Are you guys free Friday or Saturday next week?
I'll have to let y'all know. I'll get back to y'all on that.
Okay.
I believe that I am. So
Okay. I'll put it up in
Okay.
the admin thread, and so.
okay. Yeah, I gotta go sign off because I got.
All right, man. I'll see you.
All right.
Good
Okay.
night.
All
Let's
right.
say
Good night,
we
guys.
call it
It was
2.
fun.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to go read this thing that Ashley posted, and I'll
Oh
talk
my
to y'all
god,
later.
George, you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
Ashley. Congrats.
And thanks, George. Thanks, Brad.
You guys.
Congrats, JR.
All right.
Congrats,
Congrats,
JR. Way to
JR.
go.
Ashley,
Bye.
tell Jack we said hi.
Yes, and he
Oh,
said hi
and
as well.
good luck, Brashley, on your baby.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, yes.
And Dark Mark, keep the faith.
No doubt, Mark.
Yep.
Happy birthday again, buddy.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, happy
Thanks,
birthday.
thanks.
yeah, I was about to say, welcome to the 50 Club. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch you. If I can't catch you on the Spider Jeopardy, maybe I can do it with birthdays. Who knows?
All right. Okay.
If
Yeah,
you
don't
would like
put
to
negative
leapfrog
on there.
ahead of me in age, go right ahead.
I was about to say that's dark because the only way you can catch up to somebody in age is
Well, okay.
messed
I didn't mean it that way.
you're a terrible person, Dark Mark. Oh my God.
Lived up to your first name, Dark.
Yeah.
God.
All right.
Play too much
Bye.
drinks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you
Good night,
later.
everyone.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.